What's going on, everybody? Welcome in. Hello. Welcome in, everybody. Orioles, Astros, the second half has gotten here. And it's going to be an interesting second half for the Orioles as we start play here and we get things going. Good to have everybody in. Orioles came into the second half on a 4-game winning streak, first one of the season that they had, and they finished it off last night with the 3-2 victory over the Astros to make it 5 in a row, which, of course, for the Orioles is the best winning streak they've had of the season so far. Still 2 games out of the last wild card spot. So, playing better baseball. Last night, 2-run home run by Taylor Ward in the top of the 8th inning gave the Orioles a 3-2 lead. Kudos to Dean Kramer and the bullpen, limiting Houston to just 2 runs over 9 innings, and the Orioles got the 3-2 win, and they're up 5, and they've now won 5 in a row. What's up, Jeannie? Welcome in. So glad to see it. Back in Houston today for a 4 o'clock game. Let's go over the lineups for tonight. Talk about that. Pena leading off for Houston. Pena's leading off. Alvarez batting second. Paredes is third. Altuve fourth. Walker fifth. Diaz sixth. Smith seventh. DeZenzo 8th, and Spence 9th. Spencer Irrigetti on the mound for the Houston Astros. For the Orioles, a little bit of a different look tonight. Adley Rutschman is DHing. He's batting first. Gunnar Henderson second at short. Batting third. In left field is Taylor Ward, batting fourth at first base, Pete Alonso. Fifth in catching, Samuel Basallo. Sixth in right field, Dylan Beavers. Batting seventh in center field is Colton Cowser. Batting eighth at third base is Encarnacion Strand, his first game with the Orioles. And batting ninth at second base is Jackson Holiday. Trevor Rogers on the mound for the Orioles. He's got a 4.48 ERA. His last 4 starts, 0.74 ERA, 157 opponent batting average, a 480 OPS for the opponents. He's been pitching much better of late, has Trevor Rogers. And if you're the Orioles, you just hope that he continues to do that again today. They need to continue to stack wins. I've talked about this a lot this season, and I'll say it again. Biggest thing for the Orioles at this point is they've got to get two big things to me. More consistency, and with that consistency, it should start to help stack wins. What has put Boston right back in the race? They've won 11 in a row. And the Orioles need that. They've got to find a way to continue to stack wins. Win 10 out of 11. Win 13 out of 15. Win 17 out of 20. Get on that big winning streak that's going to put them right back in the race and maybe even in the driver's seat of the wild card race. With the American League being down this year, it's very easy for them to do that. Who's the new Oriole? Encarnacion Strand. He was released by, I think, Milwaukee, if I'm not mistaken. They released him after they made a trade, and the Orioles, they put him on waivers or DFA'd him, and the Orioles picked him up. And he started a couple games in the minor leagues. And when Blaze Alexander went down, they needed somebody, so they called him up, and he's in the game tonight. We'll see what happens. What's up, Sony? Welcome in. D. Emery, welcome in. Thanks for being here. So we'll see what he does. You know, it's a stopgap. It gives the opportunity for Colby Mayo to see even more playing time. He's really got to start finding a way to assert himself, or he may become someone looking from the outside in. You know, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Again, the Orioles just got to continue to find a way to stack wins. He's not D. Emery. He's not a what I call a long-term solution. He's just a stopgap for the time being. We'll see what happens. I still think the Orioles in the end, they haven't given up on Jordan Westburg for next season. He's out this year. He didn't play an inning, and he's not going to see the field at all this year. But he'll be back for spring training next year. And if Jordan Westburg, knock on wood, can stay healthy, and that's a big if with him. It's a big if. But if he does stay healthy, he's going to be your third baseman for the season. It's going to be him. It's not going to be Colby Mayo. It's not going to be Blaze Alexander. It's going to be Jordan Westburg. So this guy is just there for the time being. He wouldn't even been on the Orioles if Blaze Alexander didn't get hurt. So we'll see how things go tonight. Again, the Orioles pitching has been much better. I actually think that the one thing that everybody said was going to be the weakness for the Orioles this year has actually been one of their strengths, especially since May, and that's the starting pitching. The starting pitching has actually been very, very good. The hitting has been has been better of late, but has been a big, big letdown. Never know, Red Sox got some no-name guys that are playing. Yeah, I mean, that's all it takes, D-Emery. It just takes, Caleb Durbin for the longest time wasn't playing very well. He had a big night last night. Jaron Duran's playing better. They're having guys that are playing better, and they're getting on a roll, and that's how it works. The Astros are ahead of the Orioles, I think. No, actually, they're behind the Orioles at this point by like a game and a half or a half a game. It's not much. They're okay. They're not bad. I mean, well, anybody that's under 500 is bad. And right now, the Orioles are under 500. And right now, the Astros are under 500. But I think the Astros are like a half game behind us. So, we'll see. It's hard for the Orioles to win on the road. Orioles got the second longest current winning streak in Major League Baseball at 5. Obviously, the Red Sox are leading that. They have won 11 in a row. Orioles have won 5 in a row. The White Sox and the Pirates have won 4 in a row. That's your biggest winning streaks as of right now in Major League Baseball. Guys, thanks for all the likes. We already got 10 likes. We're already 25% of the way to our goal. Which I have to put the like goal up. There it is. There's the goal for the likes. Bullpen last night for the Orioles, 5 innings pitched, no runs allowed. And that's big. When you can get your bullpen to do that, that's a big deal. But the Orioles really need an outing from their bullpen tonight. They really do. They need the bullpen to go out there. And, I mean, they starter. The Orioles need Trevor Rogers to give them 6 or 7 innings tonight and spell the bullpen if they can get it from them. They really need that tonight. They did 5 innings last night, and the Orioles really need him to give them an elongated outing tonight. We'll see if he does it. Hopefully he will, and again, hopefully the Orioles can continue this trend of playing good baseball. Because they have, and I don't know if everybody knows this or not, and I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but I'll kind of mention it, and you can look it up. The Orioles have the hardest strength of schedule in the second half. They have the hardest schedule in the second half of teams that are 500 or better. Their schedule is the hardest in all of Major League Baseball in this second half. So if they're going to make the playoffs, they're going to earn it. They're not going to skate their way to it. They're not going to get it easy. They're going to be facing teams that are over 500 or right around 500 the rest of the way. And, that's saying a lot. They still got more games with the Yankees. When was the last time the Orioles played the Yankees? April? They still got a lot of games with the Yankees. They still got a lot of games with the Rays. They're both over 500. They've got more games. They got the Red Sox next. And the Red Sox have been playing really good ball. They've won 11 in a row. So they've got a tough schedule ahead of them. We'll see what they can do with it. Anyway, good to have all 80 in here. Thanks, everybody, for joining us tonight. We're going to have a good time. We're going to call the game. Hopefully the Orioles can get another W and keep this winning streak going. We're at commercial break right now. When we come back from commercial break, we should be ready for first pitch. Rusty, good to see you. Rusty's back in. Oh, my goodness. Share us out, folks. Let folks know we're live. Maybe they'll want to come in and watch some Orioles baseball. Again, I always say our streams right here is kind of like if you're listening to the game on the radio. Obviously, you can't see the game, but I'm calling the play-by-play as best I can to give you an idea of what's going on in the game at the moment. That's the big thing to me. Hey, Rick V, welcome in. Drink some coffee, bro. I don't drink coffee, dude. Why? Do I look tired or something? Hey, Dan, welcome in. If I look tired, I am. I've been up since about 5 o'clock this morning. Oh, drink some coffee, bro. That's funny. I don't drink coffee. I don't know if it's raining in Houston today, but they'll close it if they have to. Yeah, Rogers Dan has been pitching really well of late. Really, to be honest with you, for the most part, all of the Orioles starters have done really well. And they had a stat up there earlier, which I was really kind of surprised with. The Orioles bullpen since June 30th, and I get it, today's only July 18th. So over the last 19 days, the Orioles bullpen has been the best in baseball. First in pretty much every category. Yeah, yawning's going to happen, Rick, every once in a while. All right, Spencer Arrighetti on the mound, right-hander for Houston. 15 starts. He's 7-5 with a 4.50 ERA on the season. And Adley Rutschman's in the box. I think we're ready to go. First pitch. Yep, Rutschman's in the box. Arrighetti's at the belt. And here we go. First pitch on the way. Here's a four-seam fastball for a called strike, 0-1. .411 first pitch. 255 on the season for Rutschman. 8 home runs, 47 RBIs, 774 OPS. 0-1 pitch on the way. Here it comes. Way outside on the curveball. 1-1. Yeah, we got a lot of rain yesterday too, Dan, where I am. I'm more like Central Florida. And we got a lot of rain yesterday too. 1-1 pitch on the way from Arrighetti. Here it comes. There's a curveball, low and outside, ball 2, 2-1. Rutschman, Henderson, Taylor Ward, Pete Alonso. First 4 hitters if necessary. 2-1 pitch coming. Here it comes. There's another curveball. That's in there for a strike. 2-2. So he's feeding Rutschman a lot of curveballs to start this game in this at bat. 4 pitches, 3 curveballs, 1 fastball so far. I do like Rutschman seeing a few pitches in this first at bat, though. I like that. I think that's a good thing. 2-2 pitch on the way. Here it comes. Another curveball way inside. Almost hit him in the leg, but it did not. And that's going to run the count full, 3-2. A lot of bite on the curveball for Arrighetti. He's going, I'd say, probably 2-10. A 2-10 curveball from right to left. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. There's a fastball. Struck him out on a 4-seamer. 94 miles an hour. He went so off speed, and then he threw the heat right by Rutschman, who could not catch up with it, and that's 1 down. So Rutschman's the first out. That's going to bring up Gunnar Henderson. Gunnar still just can't seem to get out of the slump. First pitch to him. Fastball. Bottom of the zone, but it's a strike. Oh, it's called a ball. And just like that, the catcher's he's going to challenge it. And I think he's going to win the challenge. That was a strike. And yes, it's a strike. So the call is overturned. The Astros challenge. They win the challenge. And then instead of 1-0, it's an 0-1 count. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. There's a changeup outside and high, ball 1. Now, Gunnar, 222 on the season, 17 home runs, 43 RBIs, 690 OPS. The average is a big deal to me. He's 60 points down from last year. He hit like 280 last year. 1-1 pitch, curveball low, 2-1. He's for Gunnar's not putting balls in the gap. He's not getting extra base hits. It seems like it's either a home run or nothing with Gunnar. He's not compiling hits. And it's just been tough for him this year. 2-1 pitch on the way. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. 2-2 on a fastball. And that's probably been his biggest issue this year. Last year, Gunnar hit like 310 on fastballs. He's hitting well below 220 on fastballs this year. He is not catching up to the fastball this year at all. And it's been an issue for him. He's behind on fastballs this year. It almost feels like he's lost some bat speed. 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. Called strike 3 at the bottom of the zone. I have no idea what Gunner's looking at there. That's easily a strike. And he didn't even offer at it. And it's a called strike 3. It's a ball low and away. And it's part of the rant I'm going to have here for a second with Gunnar Henderson. Gunnar has become so pull happy that anything low and away, he refuses to swing at it or he tries to pull it. And that pitch right there, all you have to do is swing at it and go the other way with it. Here's Taylor Ward. First pitch, swinging a foul back. He refuses to swing at pitches on the outer half of the plate. And when he's going good, he'll swing at those pitches. He'll go the other way. He'll go up the middle. He just is such in a pull-happy mode right now. And now he's out. So 2 down in the inning. Taylor Ward's got an 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Here's a curveball for a strike. 0-2. Or a sweeper. It looked like a curve. Same trajectory. Same movement. 256 on the season for Taylor Ward. 7 home runs, 27 RBIs, 755 OPS. 0-2 pitch. Here it comes. Curveball. Swing and a miss. They got him. And the Orioles in the first inning are not looking good. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom of the second coming up. No score. Bottom of the first coming up. Pardon me. No score. Bad inning for the Orioles. Didn't look good at all there. Gunnar looked bad. Arrighetti looked bad. Rutschman looked bad. 3 strikeouts for the Orioles already. All 3 of them struck out. Strikeout, strikeout, strikeout. Not good at all. Part of the issue I have with the Orioles, I have so many rants with this team. I love the Orioles, guys. Look, I've got all kinds of Orioles stuff on my walls. There's Gunnar, there's Adley, there's Eddie, there's Ben McDonald, there's Brooksy over there. I love my Orioles, but I'm not a homer. I'm not going to drink the Kool-Aid. When they suck, and I'm going to tell you they suck. And right now, this team strikes out offensively way too much. Way too much. Good to have you in here. Please comment. We'd love to have chat. Chat makes this a lot more fun. So if you haven't already hit the chat, please hit the chat. Give us a like. Come on in. Talk to us. We love talking baseball. If you're an Astros fan, that's perfectly fine as well. We're still glad to have you. Just be respectful. Be cordial. Be professional about it. And you can still have fun and cheer on your team. Don't like seeing. Yep, there's more yawning. I don't like seeing the Orioles striking out as much as they do. Absolutely nothing good comes from strikeouts. These guys do not think for themselves anymore. They let the analytics run everything. They've got the papers in their back pockets to know where to line up on the field for certain hitters. Guys back in the old days didn't need all that, and they did just fine. All right, Trevor Rogers is ready. First pitch. Here's a called strike on the fastball. 0-1. Jeff Condon, welcome in. Back to reality, Jeff. Oh, I hope you had a good trip. Where'd you go, Jeff? 0-1 pitch. Here it comes. There's another fastball. There's a line drive. Base hit into center field. So 2 pitches in, and already Houston's got their leadoff man on. What's up, Victor? Welcome in, man. Please hit the like button as you're coming in, folks. Who's my favorite player? I'm from Baltimore originally. I live in Florida now. Pena just took a fastball on the upper half of the plate and just serves it in center field for a base hit. So a leadoff single for them. Where'd you go, Jeff? Let me know. I'm from Baltimore originally, and my favorite player of all time is Eddie Murray. Here's Yordan Alvarez. First pitch is a fastball inside, ball 1. 1-0. Pena, Alvarez, Paredes, Altuve. Oh, Maine, the Seacoast. What part of Maine? Melissa's from Maine, Jeff. Yeah, there goes the no-hitter. Amen to that, Dan. 1-0 pitch. Here comes. There's another fastball. Called strike. 1-1. So far, everything's been fastball for Trevor Rogers. Alvarez on the season, 321 hitter, 31 home runs, 71 RBIs, 1067 OPS. He's having an MVP type season. Oh yeah, Brooksy's up there for me. 1-1 pitch. Here's a ground ball up the middle. Shortstop. Gunner's got it. He steps on the bag at second. Throw to first. In time for a double play. It was a weak ground ball right up the middle, right to Gunner. He just ran to the second base bag, stepped on second, threw to first for the double play. Oh, I love Brooksy. Brooksy's on my wall up there. Old Orchard Beach. Okay. Nice. Melissa's from Maine. She used to go to some of the beaches down there as well. What's up, Dan? Welcome in. D. Parker, welcome in. There's a change up to Paredes for a strike, 0-1. Oh, it was called a ball, but they're going to challenge it. The Orioles are going to challenge it. It was called a ball. The pitcher, Trevor Rogers, is challenging the pitch. It's a strike. It's going to be overturned. Yep, it's overturned. That's a strike. So instead of 0-1, it's 1-0. Victor, I agree with you. I think analytics have not helped as much as they think it has. 0-1 pitch. Here it comes. There's a ground ball. Base hit into left field. Past Gunnar Henderson. He couldn't get there. And that's the second hit of the inning for the Houston Astros. So 2 hits given up already by Trevor Rogers. That ball was on the inside part of the plate. Paredes just went down and got it and serves it in the left field for a base hit. That'll bring Jose Altuve to the plate. Hey, Eddie Murray was a stud. I think Eddie Murray's the second greatest switch hitter of all time. Mickey Mantle, I think, is the greatest of all time, but I think Eddie Murray's second. Here's Altuve. Here's a curveball. Strike. Just on the outside part of the plate. Just got the outside corner. 0-1 to Altuve. Man, if Trevor Rogers can get that curveball working tonight, he's going to be in good shape. Altuve stands way off the plate. There's another curveball for a strike. 0-2. They call it a sweeper. It certainly got movement like a curveball, but kind of the same pitch in a lot of ways. So 0-2 count on Altuve. Let's see if Trevor Rogers can get him here. 0-2 pitch. Curveball. There's a line drive or a blooper in the right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. The runner, Paredes, is going to make the turn. He's going to go to third. Nice piece of hitting by Jose Altuve. It was a curveball on the lower part of the plate. Exactly what I was talking about with Gunnar Henderson. What he refuses to do, Altuve just did. Lower half of the outside part of the plate. He just went down and got it and just serves it into right field for a base hit. Didn't try to do too much. Went with what he was given and gets a base hit. Now it's first and third for Houston. Rusty, I could tell you, I don't think you'd like my opinion of Pete Rose. Here's Christian Walker. First pitch is a fastball, 0-1. So here's Christian Walker. 234, 20 home runs, 58 RBIs on the season. 0-1 pitch. Here it comes. Here's a called strike, four-seam fastball. Quickly, 0-2. And he had Altuve 0-2. And he lost him. Although I put that more on the fact that I think Altuve it was a good piece of hitting. 0-2 pitch. Here it comes. Swinging a foul on another fastball. We're going to do it again. Pitch counts at 13 for Rogers in this inning. So not terrible. Welcome in, everyone. I see 20 people in here. Only 14 likes, though. Please hit that like button as you're coming in. We're trying to get to our goal of 40. Glad to have you here. Top of the first inning. No score. But Houston is threatening with 2 down. 0-2 pitch. Fastball outside and high. Ball 1. 1-2. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the changeup. He got him. And that's the inning. Couple hits. Couple men left. No score after 1, heading to the top of the second. Here's what I'll say about Trevor Rogers, though. 3 hits in the inning. You can't keep giving up that many hits, though. You've got to be careful with that. Sooner or later, you keep getting a lot of guys on base. They get a lot of traffic. That traffic's going to score. Well, Rusty, here, Pete Rose Pete Rose was a hitting machine. He wasn't a home run guy. He wasn't a big RBI guy, but he got a lot of hits. You know, he got 200 hits like 10, 12 times in his career. So he's a great hitter. He had longevity. He played like 25 seasons as well. But, you know, my whole thing with the Hall of Fame is this. Yes, if you look at his numbers, yes, he has Hall of Fame numbers. He's got the most hits all time. He's a 300 lifetime hitter. He's got over 4,000 hits. He's the leading hits king. But he's not in the Hall of Fame for legitimate reasons. He was banned from baseball. He signed the paperwork to ban him, knowing that by signing that, he wasn't eligible for the Hall of Fame. So, end of story. There's no argument. I'm sorry, there's just no argument. The numbers are the numbers, but he's not in because of the other stuff. It has nothing to do with what he did on the field. It's the betting that had him not in the Hall of Fame. And if you don't think he bet on his team, that's fine. I have no way of knowing whether or not he bet on his team. He says he didn't. I don't know if he did or not. And I don't think he was a very good guy. Yeah, I didn't like what he did to Ray Fosse either. I agree, Dan. I don't think that was necessary in an All-Star game. All right, here's Pete Alonso. He's ready. First pitch to him. Here it comes. There's a curveball outside and low ball one. Now, that being said, this is Jeff Bagwell. Wow, Jeff Bagwell's looking old. What I will say is, back then in the All-Star games, they meant something to these guys. They wanted to win. They wanted to beat the American League. The American League wanted to beat the National League. Swing and a miss on a curveball, 1-1. Bagwell's looking old and frail. Great player, though. Pete Alonso, here it comes. 1-1 pitch to him. There's a fastball for a strike. 1-2. Seems like the Orioles are not, when he goes curveball back to fastball, they're not able to adjust right now. They seem surprised by it. He'll go curveball, and then he'll sneak in a fastball, and the Orioles hitters are not ready for it. One-two pitch. Here it comes. Pop up. Shallow center field. The center fielder's going to get there. He's under it. He's got it. That's one down. Rusty, Pete Rose's numbers speak for themselves. If you're just going off numbers, he's a Hall of Famer. Okay? But, again, he bet on baseball. He was banned from baseball. He signed the paperwork banning him from baseball, so he agreed to the stipulations behind it. There you go. All right, here's Sam Basayo. Righty on lefty. Here we go. First pitch to him. There's a fastball inside and low. Ball 1. 1-0. Or a cutter, I guess. Thanks, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. Please hit the like button. We have 15 likes, 25 more to our goal. Appreciate all of you coming in. 1-0 count on Basayo. Here's the pitch. Curveball low. Check swing. Did he go? Third base umpire says no, he did not. So it's a 2-0 count. Spencer Arrighetti, his last 4 starts, 0-4, 8.74 ERA, 281 opponent's batting average, and a 909 opponent OPS over his last 4 starts. 2-0 pitch. Here it comes. Outside with cutter and high. Ball 3. So he's gone 3-0 on Basayo. 245 on the year, 16 home runs, 46 RBIs for Basayo, 762 OPS. Technically, this is his rookie season, folks. He's not having a bad rookie season. 3-0 pitch on the way. There's a check swing, but he did not go, and it's high, and that's ball 4. So the Orioles get a 1-out walk from Basayo. He did? Richard, welcome in. Did he? Kyle Bradish got an extension with the Orioles? Did he really? Are you serious, Jeannie? Where'd you read that at? I didn't read that. All right, here's Dylan Beavers with a man on first. 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike. 0-1. I think Dylan Beaver's swing sometimes is a long swing, which means he's not able to catch up on some of these fastballs because some of these ones he's missing are right down the middle, and it's pitches I think he should be squaring up, and he's just late on them. 0-1 pitch. That's a fastball off the plate, but it's called a strike. So quickly 0-2 on Dylan Beavers. Well, I'll have to look that up when we go to commercial break. I'm going to look that up, Jeannie. 0-2 pitch. There's a fly ball. Left center field. Fairly deep, but it's going to be playable. Left fielder's under it. He's got it. That's the second out. 5 years, $90 million. Good for him. Good for the Orioles. I was at the Mets game in 1978 when Rose got a hit in 38 consecutive games, breaking a National League record. Wow, Victor, how about that? Good for you. Look, Pete Rose was a great hitter, and he was a hustler. That guy on a routine ground ball was running down first base. He's the epitome of what you want on the ball field. It's just not what you want off the ball field. All right, here's Colton Cowser. First pitch to him. Here it comes. Swing and a miss on a curveball. 0-1. Cowser's an anomaly. Again, another high draft pick by the Orioles coming out of college. And then minor leagues was doing really, really well. But he just has not been able to adjust at the major league level offensively. Just has not been able to adjust. 0-1 pitch. Curveball. Swing and a miss on a ball outside and low. He should not have swung at that one. Quickly 0-2 on Cowser. He just, when I watch Cowser a lot of times, he looks like he's guessing at the plate. He really does. It looks like he's guessing fastball, and if he doesn't get it, he looks terrible. I don't know what to make of Colton Cowser. Oh-2 pitch. Here it comes. Curveball just off the plate. Arrighetti thought he had him. It's called a ball. 1-2. I've seen a couple of historic things for sure. 1-2 pitch. Curveball in the dirt, and Cowser swings at it. Strike 3. That's the inning. Terrible, terrible, terrible. No runs, no hits, a man left. We're heading to the bottom of the second, no score. Damn, this team looks bad. They look bad. All right, let's look this up. I'm going to look this up real fast. Well, there's nothing on the Orioles' actual website. And there's nothing on MASN. Oh, wait. Here we go. Yeah, Orioles Kyle Bradish agreed to a 5-year contract extension. The Orioles today announced that they have agreed to terms with right-hander Kyle Bradish on a 5-year contract extension covering the 2027 to 2031 seasons. It doesn't give the numbers, but it does say they gave him a contract extension. So good for him. I'm glad. And you know what? Kudos to the Orioles. Sony, what's up, man? Welcome in. Yeah, we're going to be at Disney tomorrow. We're going to be at Magic Kingdom tomorrow morning, gang. And we're probably going to do a TikTok live stream from Magic Kingdom tomorrow as well. So if you have TikTok, go check us out on TikTok and join us tomorrow. But I'm glad to see the Orioles shelling out some money. They gave money to Shane Baz. They gave money to Sam Basayo. Now they've given money to Kyle Bradish. I think those are good. Those are good signings. You know, I'm glad to see it. So, 2 guys from the starting rotation are going to be here for a while. It's exciting. And Bradish has pitched really well this season. So we'll see. The guy on the mound today, Trevor Rogers, he's a free agent at the end of the season. Did they offer him an extension? First pitch, ground ball to the third baseman. Encarnacion's got it. Throw to first in time. And on one pitch, Diaz is out. Very nice. That was a short hop by Encarnacion. He got there, and that's the first out. One down, that quick. I do like seeing that they're extending players. Basayo and Bradish in the Orioles organization for a long time. Basayo, they drafted. Bradish has been in here for a while now. Good to see. All right, there's a curveball inside part of the plate to Smith, and that's ball 1, 1-0. Now, you said sweeper. It looks like a curve to me. Welcome in, everybody. 19 likes already. We're almost halfway to our goal of 40. No score in the bottom of the second inning. Offensively, the Orioles haven't looked very good. But so far, again, it's only been 4 outs, but so far, Trevor Rogers hasn't looked terrible. A 1-0 pitch is a fastball outside. Ball 2, 2-0. I always say, for me, when I think about pitching, don't walk guys. That's the biggest thing. Don't walk guys. 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss, strike, 2-1. Dan says, Kyle Bradish and the Orioles have agreed to a 5-year, $90 million contract extension. The deal keeps the pitcher with the team through the 2031 season and buys out 3 of his free agency years. Yes. Good. I'm glad. Glad to see it. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a foul back. 2-2. Yeah, I don't know how many years he had left with the Orioles. Probably they didn't buy out his free agency years deal, Dan. They probably bought out his arbitration years. Because if he's a free agent, he's a free agent. 2-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? First base umpire says he did go. And that's strike 3. It was a check swing. Basayo dropped it. He had to tag him. But they appealed down to first base. And the first base umpire says he went. Did he go? He did go. He absolutely did. So 2 down here in the second for DeZenzo. .228 hitter on the season for DeZenzo. Righty on lefty. First pitch, fastball. Inside corner for a strike, 0-1. Real good fastball command so far for Trevor Rogers. Like seeing that. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. There's another fastball. He just challenged him right there. And a swing and a miss for strike 2. So quickly, 2 strikes on DeZenzo. If I'm Trevor Rogers right now, your fastball command is great. I'd throw him another fastball. 0-2 pitch. There it is. Pop up. First base is going to give it a chase. Alonso's got it in foul ground. Yep, he's caught it. That's the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Houston Astros. Top of the third coming up. We got no score. Well, again, I think it's good news for the Orioles to have Kyle Bradish signed for 5 more seasons. I think that's great. He's not going anywhere for a while. Shane Baz, Sam Basayo, none of those guys are going anywhere for a while. I really would like to see. I'm still a very big Adley Rutschman fan. I am. I would really like to see them re-sign Adley Rutschman to I want to see them extend him. Next year is his last year with the Orioles. He's a free agent after next season. I don't want to see him go. I enjoy Rutschman. He doesn't have to be Mike Piazza. He doesn't have to be Pudge Rodriguez. Just be Adley Rutschman. And I'm fine with it. And I really, I would like to see him stick around for another 3 to 5 seasons. I don't know what kind of deal he would take from the Orioles. But I would hope that they would, I'm sure they've offered him something already. I'd be surprised if they didn't. Dan, I agree. I mean, if it's, like you said, if it's $14 a year at $90 million for 5 years. Well, no, if it's $90 million for 5 years, that's $18 a year. That's still not bad. Unless I'm doing the math wrong, if he got $90 million and he's a 5-year deal, he's getting $18 a year. Yeah, $18 a year. But look, it's still good. I mean, $18 a year for a guy that's probably going to be possibly your ace. I still think it's a good deal for both teams. He's getting guaranteed $18 million a year. We'll see. All right, here's Encarnacion. First at bat with the Orioles. There's a fastball outside and high. Ball 1-0. And, you know, I'm happy for him. And I really hope the Orioles find a way to get Adley re-signed. Maybe Gunnar. 1-0 pitch. Here it comes. Outside on a fastball. Ball 2-0. Pitch. There's a fastball for a strike. 2-1. I think the most important thing they want out of this guy, Encarnacion, more than anything else, is a little bit of a bat. If you get some hits here and there, that's fine. Just play good defense at third. He's going to bat near the bottom of the lineup anyway. 2-2 pitch on the way. Here it comes. There's a swing and a foul back. We're going to do it again. 2-2. Thanks, everybody, for being here. 26 people watching. We have 20 likes. We're halfway to our goal. Two count on Encarnacion. At the belt. Here's the pitch. Went with the sweeper, and it's grounded foul down the third base side. We're going to do it again. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Yeah, I think Brandon Young has been surprisingly good, Rusty. I got to give the kid credit. He has, man, if they can get him to be what he is and he pans out, wow. 2-2. There's a fly ball down the right field line, but that's going to be foul. And again, it was more of a defensive swing. Just keep the at-bat alive. Just protect at the plate, and that's what he did. That's good. All right, Irrigetti's ready. 2-2 pitch. On the way. Here it comes. Curveball outside and low. Ball 3. Good take by Encarnacion right there. So he runs count full. That's pitch 37 for Irrigetti, which really isn't that bad, figuring we're in. Well, it's only been 2 innings, so that's kind of high. 3-2 pitch. Here it comes. There's a fly ball to center field. Center fielder's got it. There it is. He's got it. 1 down. It's going to bring Jackson Holliday to the plate. 21 likes, 19 to go, gang. Hit that like button. Welcome in. If you're new here, please, I hope you subscribe to the channel. We're very small. We have 1,400 subs. We do our top 25 Orioles are out there. We have our Hall of Fame profiles. Hope you all subscribe and come back for more. All right, here's Holliday. First pitch to him. On the way. Fastball high and outside. Ball 1. I still think people don't give him enough credit, too. This kid's 22 years old. He's still very young. He's not had a lot of at-bats in the major leagues. I think Jackson Holliday's going to be just fine. Is he going to be Matt Holliday? No, maybe he isn't. But I still think he's going to be very good. There's a 1-0 curveball for a strike, 1-1. I do. I really think Jackson Holliday's going to be just fine. He's going to get the at-bats. They're going to give him the chance. 1-1 pitch. Here it comes. Curveball outside. Victor, if I'm a guy pitching and I want to get to 7 innings, I don't want to throw anything more than 13 an inning. I really don't. I want it. Sweet spot's 13. 2-1 pitch. Curveball off the plate. Ball 3. 3-1. He's just missing on those curves. Now, if I'm Holliday right here on 3-1, I'm going to react to the fastball, but I'm going to look curve. 3-1 pitch. Here it comes. Fastball. Yep, he did too. Swing and a foul. He just missed it. Yep, because that's really been Irrigetti's whole arsenal so far in this game. Now we're only in the 3rd inning, but it's been curve, fastball, curve, fastball. That's kind of been his MO right there. So if you're the hitter, look curve, react to the fastball. 3-2 pitch. Here it comes. Curveball outside for ball 4. So Jackson Holliday's going to walk. It'll be a 1-out walk. Get a little bit of speed on the bases here. And we're back to the top of the lineup for Adley Rutschman. Now, if I'm the Orioles in this situation, look, we're in the 3rd inning. Orioles aren't looking good. They don't have a hit yet to this point. Holliday has now walked. You got Adley Rutschman to play. He's going to take a lot of pitches. I think Holliday's got to go. Especially with Arrighetti throwing a lot of curveballs. First pitch, fastball high, ball 1, 1-0. And I think they expect that too, because he went fastball right there on the first pitch. But I think if you're the Orioles, I think you got to let Jackson Holliday go. Try to get a guy in running. Try to get a runner in scoring position right here. Rutschman's good with the bat. He's usually going to put the ball in play. I think he's got to go at some point. 1-0 pitch. Curveball inside or sweeper inside. Check swing. Did he go? No. Third base umpire says he did not. So a 2-0 count on Adley Rutschman. I don't know. I just think this is a shot right here for the Orioles to try to make something happen. Jackson Holliday's got good speed. He can steal bases. 2-0 pitch. I'm looking fastball here. Here it comes. Yep, there's a fastball, but it's high. Ball 3. 3-0. Catcher's going to go out and talk to Arrighetti at this point. Or Arrighetti. I don't know how he says it. I say Arrighetti, but it's probably Arrighetti. Arrighetti so far has been curveball, fastball the whole time. He'll throw in a sweeper here and there, but for the most part, he has gone fastball, curveball. Now, I think what they're saying here is, we're going to look curveball. I don't know. Actually, I'm going to take that back. I have no idea what they're saying. At this point, what are you throwing? His curveball's missing. His fastball is missing. He's getting behind in these counts on a lot of hitters now. For the Orioles, that's their second walk. He's about, he's on the verge of possibly walking his 3rd batter. We'll see. Here we go. 3-0 pitch. Fastball right there for a strike. 3-1. Kind of knew Rutschman was going to take that pitch. 21 likes, gang. Good to have you here. Please hit the like button. 27 people in here. Would love to see 27 likes and 27 people. 3-1 count. Rutschman's going to be swinging here. Here's the pitch. Oh, he was too. He challenged him with a 4-seam fastball, and Rutschman couldn't get around on it. Fouls it off. 3-2. It's been an issue with the Orioles so far this year that I've seen a lot. They're just not handling the fastball. That's a very hittable fastball, especially to a left-hander. Middle in, right in the sweet spot, and Adley could not square it up. I'm looking curveball now. 3-2 pitch. Here it comes. No, throw to first. Jackson's back. I think if I'm Rutschman right here, I've got to look curveball and just rely on my talent to react to the fastball. 3-2 pitch. Outside, ball 4. Jackson was going anyway, but it's a ball 4, so it's not a stolen base. It's a second straight walk. So now here we go. Orioles got Jackson Holliday on second, Adley Rutschman on first. Here comes Gunnar. What can he do? Now here's your opportunity, and is Gunnar? I'm so frustrated with him. I really love Gunnar Henderson, and I want him to do well, but he's such a frustrating hitter sometimes. Are you paying attention to these at-bats? Are you watching these guys and seeing what he's doing? First pitch, here it comes. Curveball, and he pops it up. First pitch swing, and he pops it up to the third baseman, and that's the second out. Pops it up on the first pitch. Absolutely. It's just bad baseball. What are you doing? Take a pitch. He's just walked 2 batters in a row, and you're swinging at the first pitch, and he pops him up. 2 down. Here comes Taylor Ward. First pitch. There's a curveball for a ball. 0-1. It was a little high, or 1-0. It's just not good hitting, and you're not paying attention to the game. That's all I see with that. I'm sorry. 1-0 pitch. High, ball 2 on a cutter, 2-0. He's not throwing many cutters tonight. But now here we are. He's behind the count, 2-0. So it's a hitter's count right here. Taylor Ward can look fastball. But he doesn't have a lot of fastball command today. 2-0 pitch. There is the fastball. Inside part of the plate, ball 3. And this is what upsets me with Gunnar Henderson. Take a pitch. Gunnar, Taylor Ward comes up, he's thrown 3 straight balls to him. And the pitch that he threw to Gunnar that he popped up, that was a borderline pitch. 3-0 count on Taylor Ward. He might be swinging here. Here we go. Fastball swinging. He did. Popped him up. Right field. Playable. Right fielder's got it. That's the inning. That's just bad baseball by the O's. Just bad hitting. All right, bottom of the third coming up. No score. 2 walks in the inning. Gunnar Henderson, your number 2 hitter, your number 3 hitter, and neither one of them can do anything with it. 3-0 count on Taylor Ward, and he swings away and he pops it up. Hey, Gloria, welcome in. Gloria Thibodeau, good to have you here, dear. Hope you're doing well. How's Jason? Appreciate all of you. Thanks, everybody. Be sure to hit that like button as you're coming in. We're heading into the bottom of the third. No score so far. Thanks, Victor. Appreciate that. Yeah, Dan, I don't have a problem him hitting 3-0, but I guess, again, it's one of those things for me where I say to myself, why is this? Come on, stop freezing. My issue with it is this. It's 3-0. He's not throwing strikes. He's getting behind in the count. Take a pitch. All right, first pitch is a sweeper for a ball. 1-0 to Spence. So 1-0 count on Spence. Here's the 1-0 pitch. There's a fastball for a strike. 1-1. So a 1-1 count on Lucas Spence. One pitch. Here it comes. There's a fastball. Oh, it's called a ball, but it looked like a strike to me. So 2-1 count on Lucas Spence. Why is it doing this? Irritating the heck out of me. 19 days away now for a very short stay at Animal Kingdom Lodge. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike. 2-2. Good, Victor. Have a good trip, man. Well, I just think, Dan, I don't know. I just think you have to be careful there. 2-2 pitch. Sweeper outside. Ball 3. 3-2. I just think there are very few hitters that really should have the green light 3-0. And I think there's even fewer hitters that should be swinging green light 3-0. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him on a four-seamer. Strike 3. Good job by Trevor Rogers right there. I just don't. I mean, there are very few hitters. 3-0, who should be swinging 3-0? On the Orioles, to be honest with you, right now, Pete Alonso, and that's it. Nobody else should be swinging 3-0. Nobody else has earned it. All right, here's Pena, back to the top of the lineup. There's a changeup for a called strike, 0-1. Rusty, so far, Trevor Rogers is looking good. 0-1 pitch. Here it comes. There's a swing and a foul. So quickly 0-2. 23 likes, gang. 17 to our goal. Thank you all. Dan, yeah, I think and fair enough. I don't. I think 3-0. I don't like the idea of that. Oh, somebody's coming out. Pena, here comes the trainer with the manager. They're looking Pena over. I think he fouled the ball off his foot, and they're giving him a look. I hope he didn't break it. Let's see, where did it hit him? Yeah, it just hit him right off the top of the foot. His back foot. He's going to stay in the game, but they had to come out and look at him. I think, Dan, I don't think the situation, I think it depends on the hitter. You know, and I think situation dependent is important. And I think in a situation like that, you saw that the guy walked 2 batters in a row. You've got a 3-0 count. Take a pitch. You've got, who's on deck? Pete Alonso? Swing and a miss. Strike 3 on Pena. With just like that, there's 2 down. Trevor Rogers. Very good. I just think, you got a 3-0 count. First and second. If he walks you, you got your best hitter and Pete Alonso on deck. Why wouldn't he take a pitch? You know, and then the next pitch. If he throws another strike, you want to swing at that one, swing at that one. That's just how I see it. All right, here's first pitch to Yordan Alvarez, swinging a foul back, 0-1. I think the situation definitely plays a big part in it. But I don't think the situation there called for him to swing 3-0. I don't. The pitching staff's been better, Rusty, for sure. Oh, 1 pitch. There's a curveball for a strike. He was not looking for it there. Well, sweeper. So quickly 0-2. Here's my thing right here. If I'm Trevor Rogers, you got one of the best hitters in the game right now in Yordan Alvarez at the plate. You've got him down 0-2. There's no way you're throwing a strike here. 0-2 pitch. Fastball high and inside. Ball 1. 1-2. And that's fine. Throw it up. Throw it high. Throw it outside. See if he'll chase. Now it's a 1-2 count. I'm throwing something competitive here. 1-2. Called strike 3. Fastball on the outside corner. He painted the corner right there by Trevor Rogers. Great pitch. No runs, no hits, no errors. Top of the 4th inning coming up. Wow, maybe his best pitch of the game right there. Trash can or not. He hit the game-winning homer yesterday. He got the nod. Yeah, he did hit it yesterday. Absolutely. I don't remember what the count was, but no, I mean, I guess my thing is that was yesterday. It's not today. I think a lot of what you see, he is right now, Rusty. He's dealing. A lot of what we see, Dan, I think a lot of the swing decisions that players make in today's game are based upon analytics. I really do. I don't think it's based off of just talent in a lot of ways. I think guys go up there looking at the analytics saying, hey, your best time to swing is when the count's 2-0. Or, hey, you're more than likely going to get a fastball on a 3-0 count here. Or he'll throw curveballs when he's behind in the count 1-1, or when the count's even 1-1. Or the analytics are driving a lot of these swings decisions instead of just letting a player, take his God-given talent to do it. And I don't know. I just think it's one of those things where I'm not a big fan of the analytics. There's a place for it in baseball, absolutely. But I don't think it should be the driving force in a lot of things. And most of the major leaguers who are retired now and out of the game believe the same thing. They all don't like where the game is headed. First pitch to Alonso. Fly ball! Left field! If it stays fair, it's gone! It's foul. Oh, 1 pitch to Pete Alonso. Here it comes. Fastball high, 1-1. One pitch. Here it comes. There's a curveball in the dirt. Ball 2-1. Welcome in, everybody. 15 likes to our goal. Please hit the like button as you're coming in. Hope you subscribe and come back for more Orioles baseball. Alonso, here it comes. 2-1 pitch. Fly ball, foul. 2-2. What's up, Nick? Welcome in, man. Good to see you, bud. 2-2 pitch. High. Fastball high. Ball 3. 3-2. And this is the thing that we've seen with Arrighetti. How many times in this game has he run the count to 3-2? How many full counts has he had already? I mean, he's up to 60 pitches, and he's only through 3 innings. So he's throwing a lot of pitches here. 3-2 pitch. Here it comes. Curveball off the plate and low. That's ball 4. Wait a minute, that's ball 4. He walks. That's a walk. He's not going down to first base. What's going on? There he goes. Okay, finally. Alonso was staying at the plate, and the umpire didn't tell him to go. Okay, ball 4, so the Orioles get a leadoff walk. So here's an Orioles team that's gotten 4 walks in 3 innings and still doesn't have a hit. All right, here's Basayo. First pitch to him on the way. Here it comes. Fastball inside. Oh, it gets by him. Pete Alonso steals second. That's going to be a stolen base for Alonso. He was going, and the catcher couldn't come up with the ball anyway, so Alonso gets the steal. I love seeing that. That's exactly what we want to see. A little bit more aggressiveness by the Orioles, and that's a stolen base for Pete Alonso. He probably would have made it anyway, but now the Orioles got a runner at second base, scoring position with nobody out. 1-0 pitch on the way. Here it comes. Oh, it hits him! Curveball inside, hits Basayo on the shin, and that's going to be first and second for the Orioles. Here we go again. Nobody out. And that's going to be it. Here comes the manager. Arrighetti's coming out of the game. Oh, no, maybe not. Maybe not. He's coming out. They're going to talk to him. I'm sorry. I thought they were going to pull him. So they're not pulling him right now. Dylan Beavers is going back into the dugout for a minute. Will the Orioles make him... I'm curious. Do the O's make him bunt here? I don't know. Will they do that? Look at that. That was Jordan Westberg. Jeez. There's a Jordan Westberg sighting. They looked at a clip from last year when Beavers got his first hit, and it was Jordan Westberg who got the ball. I don't remember what Jordan Westberg looks like. He hasn't been with the Orioles so long. Like a year and a half since he's made it onto the field. All right, here's Dylan Beavers, first and second. Righty on lefty. They probably won't make him bunt. He's probably going to get the ability to swing away. But again, I'm taking a pitch. I don't care. Here's the first pitch. No. Steps off. Looks to runner back at second. Again, the Orioles, they're looking like they think he's going to bunt. Third base and first base are playing way in. So they're expecting the bunt here. Here's the pitch. Fastball low, ball 1, 1-0. Good take. That's what I want to see. You don't have to swing at the first pitch. You've got at least 3 pitches to see. Make him throw strikes. He has struggled this whole game. Make him throw strikes. Put the pressure on him. 1-0 pitch. Here it comes. That ball's low. Ball 2. Good take. I love seeing it. And the pressure continues to amount on Arrighetti here. He's falling behind in counts. He's already got first and second. He's got to throw a strike. 2-0 pitch. Here it comes. There's a line drive. Base hit into right field. That's down the right field line. That's going to score Alonso easily. Basayo's going to round third. They are going to hold him at third base, and it's going to be a no-out double for Dylan Beavers, and the Orioles take a 1-0 lead. That's what I'm talking about right there, gang. Wait for your pitch. Get a good one to hit and drive it. He didn't have to swing at the first pitch. He got one on the inner part of the plate, and he drives it into right field for a double and an RBI, and the O's take a 1-0 lead. It would have been 2-0, but Basayo doesn't run well. But that's all right. You'd rather hold him up. Here comes Cowser with nobody out. Second and third for the Orioles. 106 off the bat. And Houston's playing the infield in. First pitch. Curveball, swinging a ground ball. First baseman's going to take it. He's going to, Cowser's out. They're going to tag Cowser at first. The runners are going to hold. So Cowser does nothing. Nothing. He hits a ground ball, just a weak ground ball to first base. It cannot get the runners up. And Basayo has to hold. And then all they can do is just tag Cowser. So one down. Well, there's one out now. Welcome in Akayako. I know I'm saying that wrong. All you need is a fly ball, Encarnacion. Here's first pitch to him. Pop up. He pops him up on the first pitch to the infield. First baseman's got it. Quickly, 2 down. That's ridiculous. Just bad baseball, guys. Oh, my goodness gracious. You got a chance to put a crooked number up with second and third, nobody out. Cowser hits a weak ground ball to the first baseman. Encarnacion pops one up. But this is where Jackson Holliday can make it all right with a base hit here. Can he do it, though? Here comes the pitch. Fastball outside, ball 1, 1-0. You know, can he do it right here? Can he get him? Can he get the big hit? Shortstop's playing him the pull. Shortstop's basically behind second base. He hits one to shortstop, it'll be a base hit. 1-0 pitch is a curveball for a strike, 1-1. Yep, 2 first pitch outs. I'm telling you, Dan, I'm just not a fan of it. You know, the guy is struggling to throw strikes. He's walked 4 batters already, and you just take a pitch. 1-1 pitch. Curveball off the plate, ball 2. Up! Catcher thinks he got it, though. He's gonna challenge. This is gonna be close. And it's a strike! Catcher challenge, and he wins the challenge. So instead of 2-1 on Jackson, it's 1-2. That's a huge difference in the count right there, gang. Just need a base hit from Holliday. Nothing more. Here comes a curveball. 1-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? It was a fastball. They checked down the third base. No, he did not. 2-2. Orioles got second and third, gang. They had second and third. Nobody out. Cowser hits a dribbler up the first base line that could not advance the runners. And then Encarnacion pops up to the first baseman. So 2 outs now. 2-2 count on Jackson Holliday. Orioles looking for a big hit here. Here it is. Called strike 3 on a curveball. They got him looking. That's just terrible. But the Orioles get a run. They take the lead. Heading to the bottom of the fourth. The Orioles got a 1-0 lead. That's just bad hitting. All three at-bats right there were horrible. Cowser, Encarnacion, and Holiday. All three. Bad. Yeah, Nick, I like the challenge. I like the challenge right there because it's a smart challenge. Because it totally changes the complexion of the at-bat, right? Because if he loses the challenge, or if he doesn't challenge it, it's 2-1, and then it's a hitter's count. 2-1 instead of 1-2. It's a huge. It may sound like it's not, but in baseball, that's a huge difference in the count. A hitter then has to become defensive, has to sometimes expand the zone. Doesn't necessarily have to do that when he's got a 2-1 count. It really changes the complexion of the at bat. So and then Jackson doesn't even swing. The strikeouts just totally baffle me. Look, guys are going to strike out. It happens. But you've got to do what you can to put the ball in play. Yeah, I don't know why. Again, I don't know why Jackson's. I don't know why Jackson's not swinging the bat there. Holiday's got to be swinging there. Five-year, $90 million contract extension for Kyle Bradish, $18 million a year. Orioles got him in the Dylan Bundy trade back in 2019. All right, Trevor Rogers, first pitch inside, and it's a ball. 1-0 to Paredes. Can it go under 6.5? Your opinion. I do think it's going to go under 6.5. Absolutely, I do. Welcome in, Rakesh. 1-0 pitch. Here it comes. There's a fastball for a strike. 1-1. Better pitch right there. You get 0 hits on balls you don't swing at. I agree. It's true. You also get 0 hits on balls you do swing at and you miss. 1-1 pitch. That's fouled off. Strike 2. 1-2 on Paredes. Trevor Rogers has thrown 40 pitches so far, 31 of them for strikes. 1-2, here it comes. Change up, outside and low. Ball 2, 2-2. Ten more legs to our goal, gang. 2-2 pitch on the way inside and low. Ball 3 on the sinker. So Paredes goes from 0-2 to 3-2, just like that. So far, no walks for Trevor Rogers. Really want to make him earn his way on here. Here it comes. 3-2 pitch. There's a ground ball foul down the third base side. I mean, the Orioles have not taken advantage of their walks. They have 4 walks through 4 innings and 1 run to show for it. 3-2, here it comes. There's another ground ball foul. Paredes, of course, is 1 for 1. He singled his last time up. 3-2 pitch. Here it comes. Foul ball again down the right field line. So Paredes is starting to drive the count up a little bit on Trevor Rogers here. This will be his 9th pitch he's seeing. Here's the pitch. Pop up. Third base line. Encarnacion's going to give it a look, but I think it's going to get out of play. Yep. So he's going to see a 10th pitch here. Yeah, it's a good at bat for Paredes, if nothing else, Dan, because he is driving up the pinch count. He has seen 10 pitches. and he's driving up the pitch count now because Rogers was cruising. I mean, he was into the 4th inning in only 30-something pitches. Scott Barrasso, welcome in. Welcome in. I don't know if it's a play on Scott Boras, but welcome in, Scott. Good to have you here. Hope you give us a like, and I hope you subscribe. Come back for more. All right, Rogers just said 3-2 pitch. Here it comes. Foul ball again. He just can't get it by him. Pitch number 11 coming up. Now, this is where Trevor Rogers has got to be careful. 3-2 pitch. There's a fly ball. Right field. Left field. Hit well. At the warning track, Taylor Ward's got it, and that's the first out. 1 down. He hit it hard, but he hit it right at Taylor Ward, who caught it on the warning track. 1 down, gang. He kind of got him turned around at first, but he was able to correct in time to make the catch. Oh, Scott, you're welcome. Good to have you here. Again, I hope you can give us a like, and I hope you subscribe and come back for more. Here comes Jose Altuve from Ware, Mass. Ware, Massachusetts? Welcome in. Jose Altuve's got ball 1, 1-0. Doug! Zippity-doo, Doug. Welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. Doug is a partner channel on our other channel. 1-0 pitch is a ground ball. Shortstop. Gunner's got it. Throw to first. In plenty of time, and that's the second out. 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Welcome in, Doug. Everybody, check out Zippity Doo Doug. Doug goes live Monday through Saturdays at 9 a.m. with Coffee Talk. Lots of fun talk, lots of good interaction, lots of Disney talk. So check him out. We're going to be live tomorrow morning, bright and early, 7 a.m. Walking the Disney path over to Magic Kingdom. We might even take a boat ride tomorrow, so join us. Definitely going to do a TikTok live stream tomorrow at some point as well. So if you're on TikTok, subscribe to us on TikTok over at our other channel, Mouse Talk. All right, here's Christian Walker. He's 0 for 1. Here's the first pitch to him. Oh, fastball, 4-seam fastball. He checked his swing, but he absolutely went. That is, yep, first base umpire appeal says yes, he went. He absolutely swung. 0-1. Home plate umpire. And now Christian Walker's. Here comes the trainer for Christian Walker. They're looking at him. I don't know if he strained something on that swing. He was like this and he went like that. And I don't know if he strained his oblique or what, but. Yeah, it looks like he got under here. And they're looking at it under here. This is your oblique, right? Isn't that what this is right here? You don't want that. Obliques are they're tough, especially on players. I don't know why these guys can't come back from injury sooner. But if that's his oblique, and if he strained it, he's going to come out of the game. I don't know yet. They're still looking at him. Yeah, that's true, Victor. All those things are true. Absolutely true. July 24th through 26th, Atlanta's in town. Oh, yeah, and Christian Walker is coming out of the game. Yep, he must have strained his oblique. Walker is coming out of the game. The trainer's taking him off the field. So we're going to get a pinch hitter. That's not good news for Houston, who's already got a lot of players that have missed time this year. And now Christian Walker's coming out of the game. I think he strained his oblique. And it's going to be a pinch hitter. It's going to be Wade. Lamonte Wade Jr. 242, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs. He's got an 827 OPS on the season. So Lamonte Wade Jr. is coming in the game for Christian Walker, who has left the game with an injury. Yeah, it looked like he strained it. Just the way he swung, it wasn't. It just didn't look good. Here's the 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike. 0-2. Because remember, Lamonte Wade doesn't get a new count. He's got to take whatever count Christian Walker had, and it was 0-1. It's now 0-2 on him. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Pop-up. That's going to be... Catcher's going to give it a look, but no, it's going to get out of play. Well, I think he pulled something up here, so it's his lat then. Whatever it is, I think it's in that area. Oh, 2 pitch. Curveball outside and low. Sweeper outside and low. 1-2. Hey, good to have everybody in here. We got 33 likes and 33 people watching. Thank you all very much. It means a lot. 1-2 pitch. Here's a ground ball. Third baseman. Oh, off the glove of the third baseman into left field. He's going to make the turn, but he's not going to go to second. Third baseman Encarnacion should have had that ball. It was hit hard, but I think it was catchable. It ricocheted off his glove on one hop and then went into left field for a base hit. I think you got to give him an error on that one. I don't think that's a hit. I think that's an error. They're still scoring it. We'll come back to it in a minute. Here's Diaz. First pitch to him. Fly ball, right field. Hit pretty well. At the track. At the wall. Dylan Beavers has got it. That's the out. The inning is over. So no runs. No hits. One man left. They did give him an error for that. Top of the 5th inning coming up. 1-0 Birds. Yep, they did give him an error. So Encarnacion gets an error on that ball. And to be honest with you, rightfully so. There was a time when I used to do that stuff, but not anymore. By word or song. Thank you for giving us a place to follow our O's. Well, welcome in. Good to have you here. Absolutely. I hope you subscribe and come back. And give us a like, please. The likes help. More likes we get, YouTube shares us out and says, hey, they're doing something fun over there. Go check them out. By word, welcome in. Good to have you here. We have a good time over here, folks. You're always welcome here. We have nice people in here. We have mods. We're not going to take any foolishness. We're going to have a good time with it. So if you're into baseball and you like the Orioles, even if you're, if you just want to come in and be part of a good community. That's what we do here. We have a good time with it. If you're not a fan of the Orioles and you're a fan of the team they're playing, that's fine too. Come in, have fun, be respectful, be professional, be cordial about it, root for your team, talk baseball. We can have a great time. Master of Soul, welcome in. Do I think he's going to go off? No, I don't. I guess Master of Soul, that's hard to say because I don't really know what you mean by go off. Like, is he going to have a 2-homer game, 4 RBIs? Probably not. May he hit one today? He might. Just a couple hits and a couple RBIs I'd be happy with. Excuse me. All right, here we go. Orioles got a 1-0 lead. They got 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 run. 4 walks. Back to the top of the lineup for Rutschman, Gunnar Henderson, and Taylor Ward. Yeah, we're only 5 likes away. That's awesome. First pitch to Rutsch. Here it comes. Fastball just on the outside corner. Strike. 0-1. Yeah, I think he can get 2 RBIs, Master of Soul. Absolutely. Oh, 1 pitch. Here it comes. There's a swing and a foul down the left field side. So quickly 0-2 on Rutschman. D. Barker, thanks for saying that. I enjoy it. I'm sorry I can't call more games. But I have a wife. And I actually love spending time with her. And, we have the other channel as well. And sometimes it just makes it hard to do the games. But I'll be doing another one tomorrow. I think They have one more game against Houston, and then they go to Boston. I'll definitely be doing at least one Boston game. 0-2 pitch. That curveball is outside. Ball 1 and 2. I'll definitely be doing a Boston game. I'll definitely be doing a Braves game next week. So you'll get at least 2 games out of me next week. We'll continue to try to do the Hall of Fame profiles. We'll continue to try to do our other videos. So hopefully you guys will like it. 1-2 pitch. Here's a fly ball to right field. Hit pretty well at the track. Caught by the right fielder. Nice play. Rutschman hit it hard, but he hit it right at him. If it was down the line a little bit more, it would have been easily an extra base. But nope. He hits it right at the right fielder, and that's 1 down. Good swing by Rutschman. Gloria saying hi to Zip. Back to Gunnar. Gunner's looked bad in his 2 at-bats so far tonight. He's had a strikeout and a pop-up. He has not looked good. First pitch to him. Here it comes. Swinging a foul back on 93. See, he's late on the fastball. His bat speed, I don't know what it is. He's just not getting around on the fastballs. I know I keep saying it, but your play-by-play is great. Feel like your type would be an upgrade on the current play-by-play voices in baseball. Thanks. 0-1 pitch. Here it comes. There's a check swing, and he went. Well, it looked like it was outside, but it's called a strike. 0-2. Thank you for saying that. That means a lot, Rusty. Appreciate you, man. Well, outkicked his coverage. Thanks a lot, Nick. Hey, Heather. 0-2 pitch is low. Ball 1. 1-2. That was a 4-seam fastball low. What's up, Heather? Good to see you. Hi, Gregory. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, Master Soul Gunner's had a rough first, this season, not been good. 1-2 pitch outside, ball 2, 2-2. He's got 17 home runs, so he's got more home runs than he hit last year. He hit 16 last year, but his batting average has been bad. He's 60 points below what he hit last year. That's a lot, and he's just not looked comfortable at the plate. 2-2 pitch on the way. Here it comes. Check swing. Did he go? Did he go? I guess the third base umpire says he did go. It gets by the catcher, and Gunnar doesn't even run. He just stands at the plate. It was a check. He checked his swing. Oh, my God. Gunnar, you're killing me, man. You got to at least run. It was a check swing. It gets by the catcher. They appealed down the third. Third base umpire said he went, and Gunnar didn't even run. So he's out on strikes. So that's 2 down. Here's Taylor Ward. There's a sweep or curveball high, ball 1. I'm sorry, you got to run. You got to run, Gunnar. Assume they're going to call it a strike. 1-0 pitch. He would have been on base. 1-0 pitch. Inside, but it's called a strike. 1-1. I'm sorry, he would have been on. He definitely would have been on base. Because that ball got by the catcher, went to the backstop, went off to the side. It didn't ricochet right back. He easily would have been on base. All right, 1-1 pitch to Taylor Ward. Here it comes. Outside on a sweeper. Ball 2. 2-1. I just don't like that. You got to hustle. Don't assume they're going to call it a ball. It's a 1-2 count. You checked your swing. Just start running. 2-1 pitch. There's a ground ball. The third baseman, he's got it. Throw over to first in time, and that's the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom of the 5th coming up. We got a 1-0 game. O's got the lead. Trevor Rogers is keeping them in it. Gerald Perry Jr., welcome in. I think the thing with Gunnar, Gerald, here's what I'll say to that. I think I understand your point where you can see that with Gunnar. I think he wears his emotions on his sleeve way too much. He can't let stuff go. So, is that a head case? I guess I see there might be some defense for that. I think he's a good guy. I think he cares. And I think he wants to get a hit every time up. I don't think he's one of these, this, that, and the other, I'm the best. I just think he cares. And I think he wears his heart on his sleeve a little too much. He can't let stuff go. So in that respect, I can understand where you would say he's a head case, for what it's worth. Yeah, Master. So I have no worry. I have no worry with Jackson Holliday. Jackson Holliday is still 22 years old. He's still very young. This is only his second full major league season. Sometimes it takes guys a while. Not everybody gets it right away. I still like Jackson Holliday a lot. He also was behind the 8-ball because he had the hamate bone that he broke. He missed a lot of time early on. He didn't really have a spring training. So Jackson Holliday doesn't worry me at all. Gunnar is starting to worry me. He just is. He just does not look comfortable at the plate at all. He's making bad decisions. He's just making bad decisions at the plate. And he's looking lost. And that's got to change. All right, Trevor Rogers is ready. Here's the first pitch. Here's a called strike on a fastball to Smith. 0-1. Cam Smith is 0 for 1 in the game, and he's behind in the count, 0-1. Yeah, I don't like the lack of hustle either, Dan. I think he's got to get down the line. 0-1 pitch. Here it comes. There's a curveball or cutter, low. Ball 1, 1-1. You know, credit to Trevor Rogers. Here we are into the 5th inning. The guy's given up 3 hits. He hasn't walked anybody. He's got 5 strikeouts. He's keeping the Orioles in the game. 1-1 pitch. Fastball high. Ball 2, 2-1. Two-one pitch. Here it comes. There's a curveball or sweeper for a strike. 2-2. I think what I'm seeing from Trevor Rogers so far in this game is he has really kept the Houston hitters off balance. A timeout called by Smith at the plate. He really has. He's kept the hitters. He's kept them off balance. Changing speeds and just run well. 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3 right down the middle on a fastball. Smith must not have been looking fastball at all because he totally fooled him. He threw it right down the middle. It was right down Broadway, and Smith didn't even offer at it, and he walks right back to the home. He walks right back to the dugout. That's called strike 3. 1 down in the 5th. Here's DeZenzo. First pitch to him. There's a called strike. Fastball down the middle. 93. 0-1. 2 likes to go, gang, to hit their goal of 38. We got 40 to get to. 0-1 pitch. Nope. That's a changeup in the dirt. 1-1. That's the thing. Man, how good would Trevor Rogers be if he can command his changeup like he's commanding his fastball right now? Wow, if he can get the changeup working, holy macaroni, he would be in really good shape. 1-1 pitch. Here it comes. There's a line drive. 1 hop past the dive of Gunnar Henderson into left field for a base hit. And that's a 1-out knock for DeZenzo. Yes, thank you all for being here today. I hope you're enjoying this. We got 44 people in here right now. That's pretty good for me. We're still 2 likes off. Lucas Spence coming to the plate. He struck out his first time up. Orioles looking for a ground ball here. Let's see if they can get one. Lefty on lefty. First pitch. There's a fastball just off the plate. Ball 1. 1-0. This is where Trevor Rogers really has to be careful here. You got the number 9 hitter up with a man on first. You really want to try to get out of this right here. 1-0 pitch. There's a line drive. Base hit into center field. So the 8 and 9 hitters, back-to-back singles for Houston. And just like that, the lineup turns over with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. We're going to go back to the top of the lineup. That was a fastball right down the middle, and Spence did not miss it. So 2 quick hits for Houston. First and second, nobody out. 106 off the bat. And what do you know? We hit our like goal of 41. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate that very, very much. That's awesome. Please keep hitting the like. The more we get, the better. I think the most we've ever gotten on the live stream is like 60. So we'll see where we get tonight. But I appreciate the 41 we have so far. That's awesome. Thank you. All right, so Allen is in the game. Pena is out. Righty on lefty. Let's see what Trevor Rogers does. Fastball just on the corner. Strike. 0-1. Nick Allen, 241 on the year. 1 home run, 9 RBIs. Really looking for a ground ball at somebody right here. 0-1 pitch. That's a changeup in the dirt. 1-1. Starting to get worried, gang. Yordan Alvarez is on deck, and you do not want to face him with this many men on base. If you're Rogers, you've really got to bear down here. 1-1 pitch. And there's a fly ball down the left field line, and that's going to be foul. His pitches are up. Yeah, 1 down, Dan. 1 down. Too many pitches up when he's throwing fastballs for Trevor Rogers. He's allowing them to elevate. He's got to try to keep the ball low in the zone, see if he can induce a ground ball at somebody. Too many balls up. The 2 base hits he gave up were both up. He's got to keep the ball down. He's starting to get the ball up. 1-2 pitch. There it is! Sweeper is a swing and a miss for strike 3, and that's the second out. Nice sweeper down and in, and he could not lay off. He swings at it and cannot come up with it, and that's 2 down. But here we go. This might be the big at bat of the night, folks, right here. Yordan Alvarez with first and second, 2 outs. First and second, 2 outs. And their best hitter, maybe the best hitter in baseball right now, especially in the American League, at the plate, lefty on lefty against Trevor Rogers. Alvarez is 0 for 2. First pitch. There's a changeup low, ball 1, 1-0. I don't think I can watch. This guy, you got to keep the ball low on Alvarez right here. Nothing he can elevate. Nothing. 1-0 pitch. Here it comes. His fastball off the plate. Ball 2. 2-0. Ugh. Not good, guys. Now it's 2-0. Yeah, exactly, Dan. This is his third at bat against him, too. So he's already seen him twice. Trevor Rogers got to throw a strike here. 2-0 pitch. Swing and a foul. 2-1 on a changeup. Woo! I think you got away with one right there. I really do. I think you got away with one. Hey guys, thanks for all the new subscribers. That's amazing. I think we picked up like 7 new subscribers today already. Thank you very much. 1-2 count on Yordan Alvarez. First and second. 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 5th. The Orioles got a 1-0 lead. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a ground ball. Right to Gunner. He's going to quickly tag the bag at second. And that's the inning. It was a 1-hopper to Gunner up the middle. Alvarez hit it hard, but Gunner was playing him right up the middle, right to him. He steps on the bag at second for the force, and that's the inning. No runs, a couple hits, a couple men left. Nice job. We're heading to the top of the 6th inning. O's are clinging to a 1-0 lead. All right, while we got a couple minutes, let's go around Major League Baseball. It's our out-of-town scoreboard. After the 5th inning, we always do an out-of-town scoreboard. Top of the 8th, Blue Jays got a 1-0 lead over the White Sox. In the bottom of the 7th, Mets and Phillies are in a rain delay, but the Phillies got a 6-1 lead. Bottom of the 5th, D-backs 5-0 over the Cardinals. Top of the 5th, Kansas City 4-1 over the Padres. Top of the 5th, Braves 5-3 over the Rangers. Top of the 5th, Marlins 3-2 over the Brewers. Top of the 2nd, the Rays got a 1-0 lead over the Red Sox. Giants, Mariners, Nationals, Athletics, Tigers, Angels, Pirates, Guardians will be later. And we do have some finals. Cubs beat the Twins 6-2. Rockies beat the Reds 10-3. Pirates beat the Guardians 7-1. Dodgers, Yankees was postponed. And that's where we stand. Yeah, it's definitely a barn burner, man. This is one of those edge of your seat games where one swing can change the entire complexion of the game. I just don't see this game ending 1-0. I just don't. I mean, 7 Ks for Trevor Rogers, no walks. Orioles got 1 hit, but they got 4 walks. All right, AJ Blueball is now in the game. So Arrigetti's out, and we got AJ in the game for Houston. He's got a 3.75 ERA in 36 games, 60 innings. Opponents are hitting .214 against him. He's going to face Alonso, Basayo, and Dylan Beavers. Here we go. First pitch to Alonso. Here's a strike on the four-seam fastball right down the middle. Oh my goodness, Heather. Grilling steaks in a thunderstorm. Hopefully you were underneath. Melissa's making a homemade chicken pot pie. 0-1 pitch. There's a changeup for a ball. 1-1. Yeah, Melissa's making a chicken pot pie. I told her not to make it till about 7 o'clock because, going to be calling the game. Family has to eat. Amen. No, Master of Soul. No. 1-1 pitch. I don't know how he pronounces it. Blaball? I don't know how he pronounces it. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. And that's a cutter in the dirt. Ball 3. That's funny, Heather. I'm sure the steaks will turn out great, though. I love chicken pot pie. Especially Melissa's. She makes it awesome. 3-1 pitch. Just on the corner. Alonso thought he had a walk, but it's called a strike. And it looked like a strike. 3-2 count. All right, so Alonso's ready. Got a 3-2 count. AJ is ready. He's at the belt. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. And it's a sweeper outside for a ball. Ball 4. So the Orioles now have 5 walks in the game. That's the 5th walk for the Orioles. They've yet to really take advantage of it. Orioles Hall of Fame is coming up. Jim Russo, Chris Davis, and Storm Davis going in the Hall of Fame. All right, here's Basayo. First pitch to him. Swing and a miss on a cutter. 0-1. Basayo doesn't have an at-bat in this game. He has a walk and a hit by pitch. Oh, 1 pitch. Here it comes. Swinging a foul at the plate on a changeup. So quickly 0-2 on Samuel Basayo. I like Basayo's at-bats earlier on in the season. I'm thinking he's starting to get a little undisciplined here in the last 3 to 4 weeks. I'm seeing his at-bats haven't been as good. 0-2 pitch. Here it comes. There's a fastball high. Way high. Ball 1. 1-2. Orioles clinging to a 1-0 lead. Man on first, nobody out. We're in the top of the 6th inning. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on a changeup. He got him. That's 1 down for the Birds here in the 6th inning. He just can't get to it. He's trying to pull it instead of just get a piece of it. All right, here comes Dylan Beavers. He's 1 for 2. First pitch is a changeup right there for a strike. 0-1. Dylan had the RBI double in the 4th inning, giving the Orioles a 1-0 lead. Let's see if he can capitalize on this one. He's got Pete Alonso on base again. He was on base and scored the only run. 0-1. Fastball up and high. Ball 1. 1-0. Hello, welcome in. I don't know what that is, so I can't say hello. I don't know who that is, but welcome. English would be great, please, because I don't know. I don't know if that's Chinese, but I don't know it. Welcome in. 1-1 pitch. Change up low. Ball 2. 2-1. All right, Orioles up 1-0. 2-1 count on Dylan Beavers. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Orioles got a man on first, trying to get some insurance runs. Let's see if they can do it. 2-1 pitch. Here it comes. Here's a line drive, and it is down for a base hit, a one-hopper to the right fielder. And Pete Alonso just gets to second. He had to wait a minute to make sure it got down. They almost got him at second, but it's a base hit for Dylan Beavers. Pete Alonso does make it to second, so now the O's got first and second and only 1 out. Nice piece of hitting by Dylan Beavers right there. Nice short hop catch by the right fielder, because if that ball gets by him, it's going all the way to the wall, and the Orioles are going to be running for days. That's going to bring Colton Cowser to the plate. Cowser hasn't looked very good so far in this game either. He's had 2 at-bats and has looked terrible in both of them. Let's see if he can turn it around. Hello, welcome in. Good to have you here. We got 50 people watching. That's amazing. Welcome in, everybody. Watching the Orioles and the Astros. Calling the game for you. It's the top of the 6th inning. The Orioles have first and second, 1 out. Colton Cowser at the plate. Pete Alonso walked. Dylan Beavers got a base hit, and we are at first and second, 1 out. Orioles are 1 for 6 with runners in scoring position today. They have not had good success so far. First pitch to Cowser. And of course, he swings at the first pitch and fouls it off. 0-1. Orioles have a 5-game win streak going, trying to extend it to 6. 5 is the most they've had all season. Trying to extend it to 6. Orioles have 2 hits in the game, both of them by Dylan Beavers, a single and a double. Cowser's trying to change that here. 0-1 pitch. That's a change up low. Ball 1. 1-1. Good take by Cowser right there. Let's hope so. I'd love to see a hit here. 1-1 pitch. There's a line drive foul down the right field line. So quickly 1-2 on Colton Cowser. And again, it seems like everything's pull. Just don't see the Orioles go the other way very often or up the middle very often, which is kind of a bummer. You know, you want to see more of that. Cowser right here. Slow the heart rate. Take a deep breath. Slow the game down a little bit. Get the bat on the ball. Let's see what we can do with it. No strikeout here. Need the ball in play. 1-2 pitch. There's a changeup. Takes it for a ball. 2-2. Doug, I have no idea what you're saying. I don't think the Orioles will start the runners at all. Pete Alonso and Dylan Beavers. Beavers runs okay. Alonso doesn't run well at all, and he's the lead runner. They're probably not going to do any kind of hit and run here. Yeah, the Red Sox are really impressive. I mean, they've won 11 in a row. They're losing today, but they've won 11 in a row. And the Orioles go there next. 2-2 pitch on the way. Here it comes. There's a ground ball right to the second shortstop. He steps on the bag for 1, throws to first, and that's a double play. And just like that, the inning is over. Cowser hit it hard, but again, they were playing him up the middle, and he hits it right to him. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. We're heading to the bottom of the 6th inning. Orioles clinging to a 1-0 lead. Oh my, this is going to be one of those games, gang. I can just feel it. Wow, 59 people watching. That's crazy. Welcome in, everybody. Good to have everybody here. I hope you all subscribe to the channel. I hope you give us a like. Trying to get to as many likes as we can. And we're glad you're here. This has been a lot of fun. Great to have so many people in here tonight. And I hope you all hang out for a while. Like to see everybody stay in and watch, watch the broadcast and listen to the game with us. We're happy to have you here. We're going to do another scoreboard update after the 7th inning. We're into the bottom of the 6th, so we'll do another score around the town, out of town scoreboard heading into the 8th inning. Idris, welcome in. Idris from East Africa. I need Orioles over 3.5. I tell you what, Idris, the way it's going right now, it's not looking too good. The Orioles, they've gotten men on base tonight. The Orioles have had their men on base. They just have not been able to capitalize at all. The one double by Dylan Beavers is the only run the Orioles have. All right, Trevor Rogers is back out there. He's going to face Paredes, Jose Altuve, and Lamonte Wade. Here we go. First pitch. There's a line drive. Just foul down the left field line. Wow, he really turned on that one. But it's foul. 0-1. Orioles over 3.5. I don't know, Idris. Maybe. I don't know if they can get the 4 runs today. 0-1 pitch. Fly ball, left field. It's hit really well. If it's fair, it's gone. At the track, at the wall, just foul. Woo! Paredes put a charge into that one, but he could not keep it fair. Thank goodness. Quickly, 0-2. That's an information pitch if I'm Trevor Rogers right now. Because he was all over that pitch. He's got to be careful. Because remember, for a lot of these guys, this is the 4th time seeing him. Or the 3rd time. Here we go. 0-2 pitch. Swinging a foul back. Still at 44 likes, gang. Hit that like button as you're coming in. Would love to get to 50. 0-2 pitch. Fly ball, center field. Very playable. Kowser's under it. He's got it. That's the first out. 1 down. Excuse me. Oh, can't stop yawning now. You got 50 people in here, gang. Please hit the like button for us as you're coming in. Wow, we picked up like 8 subscribers today. That's amazing. First pitch swing to Altuve is a fly ball to right field. Dylan Beavers is giving it a chase. He's under it. He's got it. That's quickly the 2nd out. 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Great job so far by Trevor Rogers in this game. At first, it looked like Dylan Beavers was going to overrun that ball, but he was able to correct. We got 2 down. That's going to bring Wade Jr. to the plate. Remember, he came in as a pinch hitter when Walker got hurt. First pitch to him, fastball high, 0-1. Remember, Wade reached on an error his last time up by Encarnacion. 0-1 pitch. That's a sweeper for a ball. So 2-0. I'm sorry, not 0-1. It was 1-0. Now it's 2-0. Richard, the legend Arjons, is in here. 2-0 pitch. Here it comes. Here's a called strike on a fastball just on the corner. Outside corner. Really nice pitch by Trevor Rogers. He's painting the corner right there. Good fastball command today by Trevor Rogers. Got to give credit. 2-1 pitch. Here it comes. He went with a sinker and it's low, ball 3. Don't walk him. He's got no walk so far in this game. Do not give in right here. Make him earn his way on. Three-one pitch. Here it comes. Oh, just high on the fastball, ball 4. And that's his first walk of the day. Is that going to be it for him, though? Or are they going to let him pitch to the next guy? Diaz, I think it's Yandy Diaz is now coming to the plate. It looks like Alvarez is going to stick with him. Here comes Diaz. He's 0 for 2. Trevor Rogers got to be careful here. One bad pitch and it's 2-1. Swinging a foul back on a fastball. 0-1 to Diaz. Yeah, Yandy Diaz is 0 for 2 in the game. It's ground out and fly out. You got to be, in a 1-0 game like this, one pitch and you with a man on and you're losing. He's got to be careful with Diaz here. 0-1 pitch. Here it comes. There's a fly ball, right field. Shallow, it's going to fall. Is it fair? No, it's just foul. Woo! Just foul down the right field line. Wow, Dylan Beavers was not going to get there. If it was fair, it was going to be extra bases. It's just foul. Woo! How close is this? Let's take a look. Oh, that was foul by about... It was foul by about that much, so it wasn't that close. It was about that much, I'd say. So that's about 2 feet there. So quickly 0-2 on Diaz. Man, it was a blooper down the right field line. If it was fair, it would have been trouble, and it would have been extra bases. But it's foul. Adiris, I'll discuss that in a minute. Here you go. 0-2 pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. He got him. Strike 3. He challenged him on a fastball up, and he could not catch up to it. And the Orioles are out of the inning. No runs, no hits, 1 left. Top of the 7th coming up. Trevor Rogers, great job. Kudos to him. Okay, so Adiris, I don't think you want my opinion on LeBron James. I couldn't care less where he goes. The guy's in his 40s. He needs to retire. It's over. He's staying in the league right now because he just wants to pad his stats. That's all that is. I'm sorry. Just my opinion. I'm not a LeBron fan. I don't like him. I think, he tries to get these super teams together to win championships, and now he's just playing to pad his stats. I couldn't care less where he goes. Where I'd like him to go is to the retirement community and stay there. Oh, I'm out of water. I might have to go get another water. Top of the 7th, gang. Orioles clinging to a 1-0 lead. My goodness. This has been a nice crowd. What are you talking about? What's 50 million or more? What are you talking about, Dan? What's 50 million or more isn't chump change either. Yeah, after Houston, the Orioles go to Boston, then they're home for Atlanta. Excuse me. All right, here's Encarnacion is at the plate. 8-9-1 coming to the plate for the Orioles. 8-9-1. First pitch is a fastball strike, 0-1. Yeah, I know, Dan. I couldn't care less. I mean, he doesn't deserve $50 million a year. He's not playing like a guy that should be paid $50 million a year. 0-1 high on a fastball, ball 1, 1-1. Well, if it's 3.5, don't you need 4? Or you mean 3 more? 1-1 pitch. There's a fly ball down the right field line. First baseman's going to give it a look. Oh, and he almost got there. He didn't get it, but he almost got there. So quickly, 1-2 on Encarnacion. He's going back to the dugout. I think he's got to get another. He's got to get another bat. Might have broke his bat. Yep, he did. He's got to get a new bat. Trevor Rogers, 6 innings, 5 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 8 Ks. He's got his ERA down to 4.20 on the season. From where he was earlier, it's like night and day. One-two pitch. Here it comes. Swinging a foul back. We'll do it again. Looks like Rico Garcia is warming in the bullpen for the Orioles. He's probably going to come in the game for the 7th inning. I don't think Trevor Rogers will be back out. Encarnacion is ready. It's a 1-2 pitch on the way. There's a ground ball foul down third base. We're going to do it again. Trevor Rogers is the player of the game right now for the Orioles. The Orioles have 1 run, and they have 2 hits. And the 2 hits are Dylan Beavers. One-two, here it comes. There's a fly ball right field. Right field is on his horse. He's going to try and get there. No, it's out of play. So we'll do it again. Encarnacion he's got a battle going on here. $45 likes, gang. Hit that like button as you're coming in. One-two pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him on a sweeper. 1 down here in the top of the 7th. A sweeper off the plate, and Encarnacion couldn't lay off. He's out. 2 down. That's the 8th strikeout for the Orioles in this game. They've struck out 8 times. Here's Jackson Holiday. First pitch. Swing and a miss on a changeup. 0-1. One pitch. Fastball high and inside. Ball 1. 1-1. 8-9 one-hitters for the Orioles. On deck is Adley Rutschman. In the hole is Gunnar Henderson. Orioles looking to add to this 1-0 lead, but have had very little success. There's a fastball high just off the plate. Ball 2. 2-1. Good take by Jackson right there. 45 likes still, gang. There's 54 of you in here. Welcome in. Please hit that like button. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. There's a changeup low and outside. Ball 3. Good take by Jackson Holiday right there. That's a pitch you'd think he might fish for, but he does not offer at it. And we got a 3-1 count. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball, 95 miles an hour. And Holiday could not catch up to it. He challenged him. He said, here it is, hit it. And the Orioles just having trouble with the fastball. Just not able to square him up. So we got a 3-2 count. Here it comes. Swinging a foul back. We're going to do it again. Yeah, if they win the series, yes, Dan, I agree. Because they've already leapfrogged the Astros as of right now. Three-two pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him on a fastball up in the zone. It would have been ball 4, but Holiday wasn't able to lay off. And that's 2 outs in the inning. It would have been ball 4. And that's probably one of the hardest pitches to lay off if you're a hitter. A ball up in the zone, up in your eyes like that. You can see it well, and you think you can get on top of it, and you just can't. So 2 down for the Orioles. Here's Rutschman. First pitch to him. Fastball, swinging a foul. 0-1. So that's now the 9th strikeout for the Orioles. They're on the verge of having double-digit strikeouts yet again. Just way too many strikeouts by this team. You know, this game isn't going to end 1-0. I just know it's not. 0-1 pitch. There's a changeup, and it's swinging a foul at the plate. So quickly 0-2 on Rutschman. 56 people in here, 47 likes. Thank you, gang. Would love to get to that 50 mark. Maybe we'll get there. 0-2 count on Adley Rutschman. We're in the top of the 7th inning, gang. 1-0 game. Well-pitched ball game by both teams. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fastball way inside, 98. But it's way inside. And it's ball. 1-2. Blue ball, whatever his name is, he can get it up there. That was 98. 1-2 pitch. Pop up. And that's going to get out of play behind the plate. We're going to do it again. This is the 38th pitch by this pitcher for Houston. And he's bringing it. He's still bringing it in the upper 90s. One-two pitch. Outside on a changeup. 2-2. Tried to go off speed on him, but he wasn't even close. No way Adley was going to offer at that. Got to put another run on the board if you're the Orioles. 2-2. Here it comes. That's a curveball or sweeper high and outside. Ball 3. So Rutschman gets the count to a full count. Let's see what he can do with it right here. Three-two pitch. Pop up. He just missed it. Shallow center field. Here comes the center fielder. He's under it. He's got it, and that's the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Birds. We're heading to the bottom of the 7th inning, and the Orioles are clinging to a 1-0 lead. My gracious. Billy McDougall says the Orioles need to make a trade. I don't necessarily disagree, Billy, but I guess it depends on what do you think they need to trade for? And not only that, who are you trading to get that piece? And then not only that, is the other team willing to take what you're willing to give up? Trades aren't, everybody always says, oh, the Orioles need to trade. But there's a lot that goes into a trade. It's not that simple. Okay, but Billy, here's the thing. You're calling Gunnar Henderson a bust. If he's a bust, why would a team want him? Right? If he's not good, if he's a bust, why do you trade him? And if you trade him, who wants him? Yeah, but who's going to trade a good closer for Gunnar Henderson if he's a bust? Right? The trade, it sounds easy, but teams aren't going to do that. If Gunnar's not playing well and everybody thinks he's a bust, why would you trade a good closer for a guy that you don't think is good? He's a bust. It doesn't work like that. You've got to trade someone with value. And right now, I know Gunnar has value, but I don't think he's a bust. I think he's played too well to be a bust. You know, he's hit well over, he's hit over 100 home runs already in his career for the Orioles. He's like the 5th fastest in Orioles history to 100 home runs. But you're right, he's got to get better. Maybe, Billy. I don't know. No, I agree, Dan. I don't think you give up on Gunnar either. You know, he's the future of the team. But if he continues to wait, if he continues to struggle, when he becomes a free agent, it's going to be difficult to get a big contract. Trevor Rogers is back out for the 7th inning. How about that? There's a changeup for a strike, 0-1. No, I don't think he's a bust, and I think there is value there. But I'm just saying, off your logic, if he's a bust, teams aren't going to trade for him. 0-1 pitch, here it is. Here's a curveball, swing and a miss, strike 2. Sweeper, sorry, not a curve, sweeper. But personally, Billy, I wouldn't trade for him, and I'm not trading for a closer. Closers are volatile, and anybody can close. I really believe anybody can close. 0-2 pitch. Here it comes. That's a cutter in the dirt. 1-2. Hey, Billy, that's perfectly fine. You're entitled to your opinion. There's some validity to that, but I don't think the Orioles should give up on him just yet. 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. Fastball high, ball 2. 2-2. I think at this point, Trevor Rogers is hitter by hitter. If he can get this hitter, he'll face the next hitter. If he gets that hitter, he'll face the next hitter. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a foul. Let's see, but then, Billy, you're not going to trade him for a third baseman either. At least not. I think the Orioles are fine with what they have at third base. Blaze Alexander's had a nice season, but he's not your answer at third base. 2-2 pitch. There's a ground ball. The third baseman, Encarnacion's got it. Throw to first in time. And that's the first out. I think they can get away with what they have at third. Whether it be Encarnacion, whether it be Kobe Mayo, whether it be, Jeremiah Jackson. I think they can get away with what they have. Blaze Alexander was brought in to be a utility guy. Losing Jordan Westburg hurt the Orioles. But I think they can get away with it. I don't think I would trade for a third baseman when they're expecting to have Jordan Westburg back next year. First pitch to Zenzo is a swing and a foul back, 0-1. You don't want to make too many knee-jerk reactions to things. I agree. He is, Billy, but I don't think the Orioles are giving up on him either. I don't think long-term they're looking for a long-term third baseman. They're expecting Jordan Westburg to be that guy. Now, if Westburg gets hurt again next year, 0-1 pitch. Fastball just high, ball 1-1. Trades just for the sake of trades, I don't know. And to be honest with you, I don't even know where the Orioles are this season. I mean, get in the dance, anything can happen. I'm with you. 1-1 pitch. There's a ground ball to third base. That's foul. That was a nice play by Encarnacion. Well, Billy, we're going to find out. We're going to find out soon enough. And actually, you're not even right about that already, Billy. You say he's not going to play more than 75 games. In 2024, he played in 107 games, and in 2025, he played in 85 games. So he's already played more than 75 games twice in his career. Not that either one of those numbers are good, but he has played in more than 75 games in 2 of the 3 seasons he's been with the Orioles. I am a believer. 1-2 pitch. Here we go. Oh, that's a fly ball to right field. That's going to get down for a base hit in front of Dylan Beavers. So a 1-out hit for DeZenzo. He's got 2 hits in the game. Good for him. The core is nice on paper, Dan, but ultimately they've got to go do it. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. DeZenzo takes a pitch on the outside part of the plate. He doesn't try to pull it. He takes what's given to him, and he serves it into right field for a base hit. And it's one of the problems I have with the Orioles hitters is they refuse to go the other way and take pitches on the outside part of the plate and just serve them into left field or right field. Here's Spence. There's a line drive and another base hit into right field. And DeCenzo is going to go to third. The throw to third is not going to be in time. Oh, it gets past the third baseman. And it's going to be first and third for Houston just like that. So both DeCenzo and Spence, not trying to do too much, get back-to-back hits on Trevor Rogers. And with one out, there's first and third again for Houston. And we're back to the top of the lineup. And now here comes Craig Albernaz. He shouldn't have had him come out for the seventh. I don't like that. I thought they should have had him. They should have gone to Rico Garcia to start the seventh. You had 6 good innings out of Trevor Rogers, and they may not even pull him here. Albernaz is talking to him. He's holding his hand out like he's going to take the ball. Yep, he's going to take the ball. So Trevor Rogers is coming out first and third. Both runners on base are his responsibility. Nick Allen is going to step to the plate. Or if runners on first and third. My goodness. I said it earlier in the game, and I'll say it again. 1-0 is not going to be the final score of this game. It's just not. Guys, hit that like button as you're coming in. Would love to get to 50 likes. We're at 48. I'm going to run and get a water. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. All right, gang. I'm back. We're still in commercial break. Thank goodness. Had to get a water. We have Gerald Perry. Welcome in. Yeah, I think, Gerald, there's a point to that. I tend to agree with you. I don't like, look, when the Orioles signed Craig Albernaz, no offense to Craig Albernaz, I'm sure he's a great coach. I thought this team, being as young as they are, with all the young guys they have, I really thought they needed an experienced manager and an experienced coaching staff. And they just didn't go that route again. And I just didn't think it was the right move. I thought they should have brought in an experienced manager who had a very experienced coaching staff. Anyway, here's Rico Garcia. Nick Allen, first and third. Big inning right here. First pitch. Squares the bunt. And it's outside for a ball on a slider. 1-0. That was kind of a surprise. Squaring the bunt right there with first and third. Garcia's got to make big pitches right here. See if you can get a ground ball at somebody. 1-0 pitch. There's a ground ball foul. 1-1. Orioles need a ground ball right at somebody. It looks like they're playing the infield at least halfway, which really still surprises me. I would think they would be playing at double play depth because Garcia's pretty good at inducing ground balls. I would have thought they would have had him at double play depth. It looks like they're playing halfway. 1-1 pitch. He squares the bunt again. Lays it down. It's going to be a squeeze. They're not going to get him at the plate. He's out at first. It does score the run. It's a safety squeeze laid down perfectly by the Astros. They get it. Wow, how about that? And we are tied 1-1. He couldn't get him. He just couldn't get him at the plate. It was a nice safety squeeze. He laid down a perfect bunt, and it wasn't going to get him at the plate, but he did get the out at first. So there's now 2 down, but we are tied. Testing. Is this thing on? No, it's on. You're good. So, well, I knew it wasn't going to end 1-0. And they walked Yordan Alvarez with a runner on second. They intentionally walk Alvarez. They are not going to let him hit. And that's going to bring Paredes to the plate. It is good baseball, Dan. I agree. If you can lay it down, and Nick Allen laid down a good bunt. It's all about execution. And they executed perfectly right there. Kudos to Houston for doing the right thing. They laid down a perfect suicide. It wasn't a suicide squeeze. It was a safety squeeze. All right, here we go. Paredes, 1-1. Here we go. First pitch to him. There's a slider for a strike, 0-1. Now, if you're the Orioles, you just got to keep it right here at 1-1. 0-1 pitch. Slider outside. Ball 1-1. Yeah, Gerald, I'm just not happy with the Orioles. Guys, we're still 2 likes away from 50. Hit that like button for us. Welcome in, everybody. We got a barn burner here. 1-1 game. Bottom of the 7th inning. Time called by Houston. Please hit that like button as you're coming in. I hate to say it, but I think sometimes they go and I think Mike Elias hires these guys that he knows he can control. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fastball high, ball 2, 2-1. That are going to buy into his analytics side of things. He knows if he goes out and gets an experienced manager, they're probably going to want to do things their way. And I think it's backfired on Elias. 2-1 pitch. Slider outside and low. Ball 3. Ugh. Rico Garcia is just compounding the problem here. He's got a 3-1 count on Paredes, who's 1 for 3 and has actually hit the ball good a couple times tonight. Yeah, Rogers had a good start, Dan. I'm sorry. I still don't think they should have brought him out for the 7th. Here's a pitch. Here's a changeup for a curveball for a strike. 3-2. This is right now going to be the biggest pitch of the ball game for the Orioles. They've got to get out of this at 1-1. They cannot lose the lead. I mean, they can't go behind. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball to the third baseman. Takes his time, throws over to first in plenty of time, and that's the inning. But Houston gets on the board with a very good safety squeeze. They get a run. We're going to head to the top of the 8th inning. We got a 1-1 game. Yeah, Dan, I don't care who does or doesn't like him. Jason LaCanfora is fine. He's got his opinions on things. Good for him. He doesn't. That's fine. All right, let's go around Major League Baseball. We'll do some scores. We're past 7th inning. Top of the 8th, Phillies 6-1 over the Mets. Top of the 8th, 6-1 Orioles over the Padres. Middle of the 7th, Diamondbacks 5-2 over the Cardinals. Top of the 7th, Rangers 7-5 over the Braves. End of 6, Brewers 6-3 over the Marlins. Middle of the 4th, Rays got a 5-3 lead over the Red Sox. Giants, Mariners, Nationals, Athletics, Tigers, Angels, Pirates, Guardians later. Cubs 6-2 wins earlier over the Twins. Blue Jays beat the White Sox 1-0. Rockies beat the Reds 10-3. Pirates over the Guardians 7-1. The Dodgers, Yankees were postponed. But here's the thing, Dan. I try to be. I'm not gonna. Mike Elias traded for Corbin Burns. How's DL Hall doing? How's Joey Ortiz doing for the Brewers? They're okay, right? He traded for Trevor Rogers. How's Connor Norby doing? How's Kyle Stowers doing? Stowers had a nice year last year, but so did Trevor Rogers. Those guys, he's made good trades. I don't think, when he drafted Gunnar Henderson, Adley Rutschman, Jackson Holiday, Colton Cowser, Kobe Mayo, all those guys were highly regarded, and the Orioles got A's in their draft by all the prognosticators out there. You name them, those guys said, good draft by the Orioles. Eloy Jimenez, okay, but who did they trade for him? Nobody. All right, here's Gunnar, first pitch. High, fastball, ball one, 1-0. I mean, they traded away Sir Anthony Dominguez. They traded away Austin Hayes. Where are all those guys now? Are they doing anything significant? No. I don't know. I think he gets a bad rap. 1-0 pitch. There's a slider for a strike, 1-1. You know, some of these guys at some point, they've got to go out and they've got to perform. And they haven't. I'm not saying he's the best GM out there, but I think he gets, and I get it, all GMs are like that. 1-1 pitch. Fastball high, ball 2-0. 2-1. You know, the Eloy Jimenez, who did they trade for him? A player to be named later? Two-one pitch. Here it comes. There's a pop-up. Second baseman's got it. Altuve's got it. That's the out. One down. Gunnar yet again, no hits. Yeah, I get what you're saying, and I'm not saying that every move he's made has been a great move. Absolutely not. But I don't think all of it, you know, the trade for Taylor Ward's played fine for the Orioles. What has Grayson Rodriguez done for the A's? I mean, for the Angels. It's got like an 8 ERA. First pitch to Taylor Ward, there's a slider for a strike, 0-1. And he's been hurt yet again. So I think that was a good trade. Oh, 1 pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Strike. 0-2. I don't think Taylor Ward's putting up the numbers we hoped. I think we were hoping for more, you know, more offense from him. He's walking a lot and he's getting on base and all. But, you know, Grayson Rodriguez has been terrible for the Angels. Maybe he'll turn it around. I don't know. 0-2 pitch. High on a fastball. 1-2. But, you know, you look at that, and then he signed Pete Alonso to a big deal, and Alonso's put up good numbers. So I don't think Mike Elias is as bad as people think. You know, 2 years ago when the Orioles won 100 games and 90 games, everybody loved him. 1-2 pitch in the dirt. Ball 2-2. I don't really care about Ward, Dan. I'm not a fan of the wins above replacement. You know, Taylor Ward hit 36 home runs last year. On average, he hits anywhere from 20 to 25. He's got 7 with the Orioles. He needs to do better than that. 2-2 pitch. There's a ground ball to the third baseman. Deep in the hole. It's a long throw to first, but in time to get Taylor Ward, and that's the second out. VHK Jack, welcome in. Might not be a bad idea. It's a 1-1 game heading in, you know, in the 8th innings. Well, but again, I don't think his deadline deals have been, you know, I don't think they've been that bad. See, I don't think they've been awful. I don't. Here's Alonso. First pitch to him is a swing and a foul back. I guess what makes them awful, I guess, is what I'm asking. You know, like last year, all the deadline deals last year, we were sellers. We got rid of everybody because we weren't keeping them. And they got a lot of prospects back. 0-1 pitch. Here it comes. That ball is high. Ball 1-1. You know, last year they weren't winning last year. They knew it. They were out of the race. They sold. They sold off all those guys because they were sellers. 1-1 pitch. Here it comes. That ball is high on the slider. 2-1. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Oh, that ball is inside on the slider. I think it crossed up the catcher because he looked crossed up. They're going to challenge it. It's called a ball, but the catcher's challenging it, and he's going to win the challenge. I think it's a strike. Yep, it's a strike. Wow, he's had 3 challenges, and he's won all 3. So instead of 3-1, it's 2-2 on Pete Alonso. 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. That's a fastball way outside. Ball 3. 3-2. And be honest with you, if you're Houston right here, if you walk Pete Alonso, it's probably not a bad thing. What you don't want to do is give him something to hit because he can easily make it 2-1. 3-2 pitch on the way. He did too. Line drive. Caught by the second baseman who was playing behind the second base bag, and that's the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Orioles. We're heading to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's getting late, folks. 1-1 game. And Dan, I get what you're saying. You're not alone. I'm one of the minorities here when it comes to Mike Elias. I haven't been overly happy with him, but I try to take a step back and I look at the deals and the moves he's made, and I try not to be, not that you are, I'm just saying in general, I try not to be emotional about it. I try to say, what are the moves he did that were that awful? You know, again, you talked about Eloy Jimenez, but what did he trade to get him? A player to be named later? Cash considerations? It didn't hurt the Orioles to get the guy to come in. If he did something for him, great. If he doesn't, you move on from him. You know, it's these types of little deals. When they traded Austin Hayes away and they traded away Ramon Laureano and Tyler O'Neill, these guys weren't coming back. You knew that. They traded Cedric Mullins. Where's Mullins now for the Rays? He's horrible for them. So I just, yeah, the Flaherty thing, okay. Yeah, I agree. That wasn't a very good one. But again, I've given you several other examples where he's made trades and they've been good. I think the Flaherty and the Asian guy, what was that a trade? The soup. Dan, that's funny. What are your thoughts on Subway rehiring Jared? I don't think they can rehire him. Isn't he still in jail? Welcome in, DY. Let's keep it on baseball too, by the way. If you could, that would be great. We're still at 48 likes. Hit that like button, gang. Come on, man. We're trying to make 50. All right, Yennier Cano is in the game. 2.32 ERA on the season for Cano. He's actually not had a bad year. 2.14 opponent batting average, but they really need him to step up right now. The Orioles got to find a way to put goose eggs on the board, gang. Got to put goose eggs on the board the rest of the way and try to find a way to scratch out a run. DY, I don't really care. First pitch, high, ball 1. 1-0 to Jose Altuve. Couldn't care less. There's a 1-0 pitch. There's a called strike, 1-1. Yeah, Dan, no, I know who you're talking about. The guy from the Asian, yeah, the starter last year. Yeah, no, that wasn't a trade, though. That was a free agent signing that they got. 1-1 pitch on the way. Here it comes. There's a called strike on a sinker, 1-2. Again, I agree with you. He hasn't been perfect, but I think you can look at almost any GM and find moves that don't work out. Altuve's got a 1-2 count on him. Here it comes. There's a sweeper way outside. He checked his swing. Did he go? No, he did not. First base umpire says he did not. So 2-2. Two pitch on the way. Here it comes. There's a ground ball foul. Oh yeah, Fujiyami. Yeah, again. He walked everybody. There's a pop-up down the right field line. First base, second base. Jackson's under it. He's got it. That's the first out. Again, Dan, I agree. I mean, if you look hard, you're going to find trades that didn't work out. I agree. But if you look, I think there's trades he's done that have worked out. So, yeah, Rusty makes a good point. You know, Cashman for the Yankees, the Yankee fans want to fire him every day. All right, one down. Here's Wade. Cano's ready. There's a ground ball to shortstop. Gunner's got it. Plenty of time. Throw to first. That's the second out. 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. So Yanni Diaz coming to the plate. He's 0 for 3. Cano's looking good so far. Here's the pitch. Fastball just off. Sinker off the plate. Ball 1. 1-0. You really want to get Diaz here because then in the 9th, you got the 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up. 1-0 pitch. It's called a strike. 1-1. One pitch. There's a ground ball to the first baseman. Oh, Alonso's got it. Throw to Cano covering. Did he get the bag? He did get the bag just in time. It looked like at first he was going to overrun it, but it looks like Cano just got the bag. Yep, he did too. Wow. He just got it. He almost overran the bag, but he doesn't. That's the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Top of the 9th coming up. We are still tied. My goodness. 1-1. Holy macaroni, man. We got a barn burner here, folks. Can the Orioles make it 6 in a row? Can they get to number 6? What's up, Ryan? Welcome in, man. Good to see you. Thanks for the likes, buddy. Appreciate you. And it looks like we got the 50. Awesome. We'll see. We're not in extras yet. Anything can happen. We still got the 9th inning to go for both teams. All it takes is one swing, and it changes the complexion of the game. Oh, excuse me. What a game. 1-1. Well-pitched ball game. Well-pitched game by both teams today. Josh Hader in the game. That's the closer for Houston. So, it makes sense. Bring your closer in for the top of the 9th. Try to win it in the bottom of the 9th. So Josh Hader is in the game. 10 saves on the season. He's got a 1.17 ERA. Former Oriole prospect. Lefty on lefty. Here's Basayo. First pitch. Strike. 0-1. Josh Hader was, I think, originally drafted by the Orioles way back in the day. 0-1 pitch. Here it comes. Fastball is high. Ball 1. 1-1. Sinker. Sinker's a fastball. I don't know why they call it a sinker. He threw a sinker and he missed up. 1-1 pitch on the way. Here it comes. Another fastball right there called strike. 1-2. So he's just throwing heat right now to Basayo. And Sam he just can't seem to. Oh, they're going to challenge it. Oh, he's going to lose the challenge. Basayo challenged that last call. He thought it was outside and low, but it was not. It was a strike. And he loses the challenge. 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. He got him. Strike 3. Welcome in, Amy. Amy, is it Hanneman? Welcome in. Now you know why Josh Hader's got a 1.17 ERA. 1 down here in the 9th. Dylan Beavers, Colton Cowser are coming up. You're probably going to see pinch hitters. I don't think that the Orioles are probably going to let Cowser and Beavers hit. Probably going to see Tyler O'Neill come in the game for the Birds. I don't know that Cowser will hit either. On the bench, you've got, who the Orioles got on the bench? You got Jeremiah Jackson, Colby Mayo, Leody Tavares. Yep, here comes Tyler O'Neill. So O'Neill's going to hit for Dylan Beavers. Even though Beavers is the only one that's got the 2 hits in the game, he's 2 for 3. They want the righty on lefty. So Tyler O'Neill's going to get an at bat here. And you're probably going to see Leody Tavares hit for Colton Cowser. First pitch to Tyler O'Neill, swing and a miss on a slider, 0-1. I just need one good swing. 0-1. Slider is low, ball 1, 1-1. It's a good take by Tyler O'Neill right there. Because if you're the hitters, you're gearing up for the fastball. Because Hader can throw it in the upper 90s. So you got to get the bat out in front for the fastball. So when he goes off speed, 1-1 pitch. There's a swing and a foul back, 1-2 on a slider. You know, now if you don't know what's coming if you're Tyler O'Neill at this point. He could go fastball, he could go back to the slider, but you've got to get the bat head out there. So you're gearing up for a fastball. Here it comes. Fastball. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Tyler O'Neill is going to challenge it. And I think he's going to win. I don't think that's a strike. Yep, that's a ball. Good job by Tyler O'Neill. Instead of strike 3, he is still in the count. Instead of it being strike 3, it's 2-2. Orioles retain the challenge and they win it. And that's a big challenge right there. Because he would have been out. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him on the slider with the next pitch anyway. 2 down. That's just a good slider by Josh Hader right there at the bottom of the zone. But it's got the plate. So out of the hand, it looks like a strike. And it just keeps dipping and it gets under the bat. So actually, instead of bringing in Leody Tavares, the Orioles are going to have Colby Mayo step to the plate. Matt West, welcome in. Go Stros. Yeah, they're good game. 1-1. All right, here's Mayo. Mayo's good against lefties. Let's see what he can do. Slider, strike, 0-1. And I guess the issue I have with Mayo is Mayo is a lot like Gunnar, where he just refuses to take what's given him. In other words, a ball on the outside part of the plate, 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. He just challenged him. 95-mile-an-hour center cut, and Mayo could not catch up to it. But again, you're putting Colby Mayo in a real difficult situation right here. A great closer who throws the ball extremely hard. You're having him come in off the bench and saying, go get him. It's not easy. I'm looking for a slider here. 0-2 pitch. Checks his swing on a fastball. Good take. Sorry, I'm from Maryland, but in New York. That's fine, Matthew. If you're a Astros fan, that's fine. I'm from Maryland too originally, and I'm in Florida. 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. Called strike 3 on a slider at the bottom of the zone. I think it would have been a ball, but they called it a strike, and that's the inning. Nothing doing for the Birds. Bottom of the ninth coming up. 1 run will score. 1 run will win it for the Astros. Let's see if it happens. Orioles have struck out 12 times in this game. 12 Ks, folks. You get 2 pinch hitters to come up, and both pinch hitters strike out. Don't even put the ball in play. Wow, guys, we got 62 people in here, but only 51 likes. Please hit the like button as you're coming in. And I hope you subscribe. Come back for more baseball. We're going to be live on our other channel, our Mouse Talk channel, tomorrow morning at Magic Kingdom in Walt Disney World. Going to be live streaming from the park if you want to come watch us over there. If you like Disney at all and you like seeing the parks live and seeing the rides and stuff like that, we'll be live tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. So a nice way to spend your early morning while you're having breakfast or drinking your coffee out on your porch. Sherm Hart, welcome in. Just got you, bro. Well, welcome in. Good to have you here. Appreciate you all with the likes. That means a lot. Thank you. We have a really nice community over there on our Mouse Talk channel as well, if one of the mods wants to share that out. No, I think we have 1 left, Ryan. I think we have 1 challenge left. Sure, that's perfectly fine, man. Hey, as long as you're being respectful, root for your team. Even if it's a money thing, that's fine. If you got Houston, totally get it. You can be in here and root for them. I totally understand it. It's perfectly fine. I appreciate you saying that, but you're more than welcome to be here. Again, as long as we keep it respectful, folks, and professional and cordial, I don't care who you root for. Enjoy yourselves. All right, so it looks like Tyler Wells is going to be in the game for the Orioles. Again, the Orioles have 2 hits in the entire game. 2 hits, and both of them are Dylan Beavers. I went from Hagerstown to New York's equal, which is Schenectady. Do love Alonso. If O's fans want a Mets Alonso jersey, talk to me. Schenectady, huh? Okay. You were in Hagerstown, Western Maryland. Okay. All right, Cam Smith's coming to the plate. I'm from Baltimore. Born and bred. Until I moved to Florida. Tyler Wells, first pitch to Cam Smith. Here it is. Pop up. That's going to be back behind the plate and out of play. 0-1. Yeah, Rusty, well, you can see the parks live tomorrow morning if you want. Oh, 1 count. Here it comes. There's a called strike. Oh! That was a strike on the outside corner, but it's called a ball. 1-1. Ryan roots for the Guardians. Guardians they got a shot in their division. Tyler Wells, that should have been a strike. 1-1 pitch on the way. Here it comes. Swing and a miss on a cutter. 1-2. So you've got the 7, 8, and 9 hitters coming up for Houston. Now the 8 and 9 hitters are 2 for 3 in this game, both of them. They've actually done a good job. One-two pitch high on a cutter. 2-2. I'm a Washington Nats fan. I was stationed up there the first year. Pulled for them ever since. Nothing wrong with that. Good for you. Where were you stationed? Were you in Northern Virginia? In the Fairfax area? Like Norfolk or something? 2-2 pitch on the way. Here it comes. Swinging a foul. We're going to do it again. Yeah, Rusty, no problem. I totally get it. We're there every Sunday morning. We're at Magic Kingdom, but you're more than welcome to come in. And I hope you subscribe and come back. 59 people watching. Wow, that's amazing. Thanks, everyone. Can't lose this guy. Got to get him right here. 2-2 pitch on the way. Here it comes. There's a line drive. Caught by Gunnar Henderson at shortstop. Woo! He hit that ball hard. Gunnar kind of ranged to his left a little bit, made a nice catch, and that's one down. If that ball gets by Gunnar, it's in the gap and it's extra bases. All right, one down for DeZenzo, who's had a really good game. 2 for 3 with a run scored. Gotcha, Sherm. Good. Well, glad you're here. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike, 0-1. So basically, Houston brought in Josh Hader, their closer. Orioles are doing the same thing. It looks like Tyler Wells is going to close for the Orioles, probably for the foreseeable future, in my opinion. He's got an 0-1 count on DeZenzo here. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on another four-seamer, and that's quickly 0-2 on DeZenzo. Yeah, Matthew, it is a good game. You know, all things considered, the Orioles offensively aren't doing much of anything. 1 run, 2 hits, but it's a well-pitched game, a well-played game. You know, what are you going to do? Just hope the Orioles can eke out a run and get the win. If you're rooting for the O's. 0-2 pitch on the way. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. He got him on another four-seam fastball up in the zone. 3 straight up in the zone. The DeZenzo could not get to any of them. And that is quickly 2 down here in the bottom of the 9th inning. That's going to bring Spence to the plate. Lucas Spence coming up. Sony, it really is a nail-biter. As an Orioles fan, we need this win. Tyler Wells, first pitch. There's a curveball for a strike. 0-1. Wow, that's his first curveball. He sent, and he got a strike call on it. Lucas Spence has had a good game. He's 2 for 3 with 2 singles. 0-1 pitch on the way. That's a changeup off the plate for a ball. 1-1. Oh, we got 64 people in here. That's amazing. 57 likes. 3 likes from 60, gang. Hit that like button. Let's see if we can get to 60 today. That would be amazing. 1-1 pitch on the way. Here it is. Fastball. No, changeup. Nice! Got him on it, too. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1-2. That looked like a fastball out of the hand, and the speed just, that was a changeup. That's a great changeup. And it was low and away, too. If he can throw that for strikes, out just on the outside part of the zone, he's going to get a really good outing here. 1-2 pitch. Fastball high. Cutter high. 2-2. My goodness. So Spence is the number 9 hitter. You really want to get this guy. You do not want to let the lineup turn over. Two-two pitch on the way. Here it comes. Pop up. Left field. Shallow. Taylor Ward's giving it a run. Is he going to get there? He is in the stands. Taylor Ward goes into the stands to get it. He catches it, holds on, and that's the final out. No runs, no hits, no errors. We're heading to the top of the 10th inning. It is free baseball, folks. Extra innings on the way, top of the 10th. And the Orioles and the Astros still tied 1-1. Taylor Ward went into the first row to get it. Nice. My goodness. 58 likes, 2 away. Yes, we're going extras. Bonus baseball, everybody. Bonus baseball. I actually think this is our first extra innings game this year. Of all the games we've called, I think this is the first one we've gone extras on. We don't have a very good record this year. Yes, Sherm, this is a close one. 1-1. 1 run, 7 hits, no errors for Houston. 1 run, 2 hits. one error for the Orioles. They just haven't been able to do anything offensively. The Birds. Yes, putting in overtime tonight for sure. Orioles have struck out 12 times in this game. 12 Ks for the Birds. Yes, free baseball, Richard. Free baseball, my friend. How's Donna and Sam? Hope they're doing well. Richard, make sure you say hi to them. Say hi to Nick, too, if you see him. All right, so Okert is in the game. I guess you say, is it Okert or Okert is in the game for Houston? Steven Okert, 2.27 ERA on the season, 0.82 WHIP, 165 opponent's batting average. He's had a good season for them. So Houston's got some guys in the bullpen. Another lefty, of course. Every inning here on that, you start with a runner on second. Leody Tavares is at second. Here's Encarnacion. First pitch to him is a slider for a strike, 0-1. Now, if you're the Orioles right here, get the runner over at least. Encarnacion's job right now is to get the runner over. Any way he can. First pitch, there you go. Swing and a miss, strike. Quickly 0-2 on him. So frustrating. Orioles, it's so many, you can't strike out here. You got to put the ball in play. Got to put it in play, Encarnacion. You've got to put it in play. You got the guy on second base with nobody out. At the very least, get him to third. Cannot strike out here. 0-2 pitch. There's a line drive. Oh, it's off the bag! The third baseman, it's off the third base bag. It goes up in the air. And Tavares is going to take third. And Encarnacion is going to take first. The Orioles got lucky. Holy cow. He hit a line drive. It hit the bag. And went straight up in the air. And it allowed the Orioles to reach. So we got first and third. Nobody out. It literally hit off the bag and went straight up in the air. The third baseman got it, but there was nothing he could do. And the Orioles get a break. That's going to give you runners at first and third, nobody out. Jackson Holiday coming to the plate, but they're probably going to pinch hit Jeremiah Jackson. Let's see. How about that? Yep, they are. Jeremiah Jackson's going to come to the plate. He's going to pinch hit. So he's a righty. Okert is a lefty. So the Orioles got a chance. All he needs is a fly ball. He squares the bunt. He lays down the bunt. He's going to get the tag going to first. And is that going to score the run? It does score the run. And the runner goes to second. Another safety squeeze. The Orioles do the same thing the Astros did. They get the run. And the Orioles take a 2-1 lead. Wow, how about that? Jeremiah Jackson lays down the safety squeeze, and the Orioles get the run. Hey, Caden, welcome in. You got TikTok? I got TikTok for Disney, not for the Orioles. I do, Victor. I don't like this way. I don't like it. So one down. Orioles got a chance. Here's Rutschman. First pitch is high. Ball one. 1-0. Caden, I got TikTok for my Disney channel. I don't have it for anything else. I got to have a reason to follow somebody, buddy. I'd have to look at your channel and see what you offer. 1-0 pitch is called strike. 1-1 to Rutschman. I don't like the follow for follow. I really think it's important that if I follow somebody, I've got to like their content. And vice versa. I don't want you to just follow me to follow. I want you to follow because you like the content. 1-1 pitch. Inside. Ball 2. 2-1. Wow, 78 people watching at the moment, but not many likes. Guys, I'm still at 59 likes with 78 of you in here. Please give us a like. Byword. Yeah, we're up. We're up. Oh, Caden, no problem. No problem. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Wow, Rutsch was going for it on that one. He was swinging out of his shoes on that one. My goodness. 2-2 pitch on the way. Well, Rutschman steps out. Orioles really need to get a second run right here. T&G, welcome in. Antisocial. Well, thank you, T&G. Welcome in. 2-2 pitch. There's a fly ball down the right field line, but that's going to be foul. Thanks, guys, for the likes. Welcome in, T&G. I can't show it. There's a line drive. Caught by the shortstop. He hit it right at him. Nice catch by the shortstop. So now there's 2 down for the Orioles. Gunnar hit it hard. No, we're not allowed, Caden, to show any of the actual game. That would be copyrighted, and I will get in trouble for that. TNG, I don't know if they'll walk him. If they get him up with nobody on, they're probably going to pitch to him. Anthony Marconi, welcome in. Watching from Harford County. Well, thank you. Welcome in. Harford County. Welcome in. Gunnar, first pitch to him is a slider for a called strike. 0-1. I used to live in Baltimore City, and I used to live in Howard County. Gunnar really needs a hit here. 0-1 pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss on the slider. Quickly 0-2. Gunnar Henderson. Henderson just looks lost at the plate. He does not look confident at all. That was a bad swing. Very, very weak swing there. Check swing. Did he go? Third base umpires, no, he did not. So 1-2. What's the chance of the Orioles making the playoffs? Well, they're only 2 games out of the playoffs right now, so they have a shot. Oh, that's right. That's right. You have a guy running. Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. Antisocial. I forgot. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Gunnar Henderson's looking horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Bottom of the 10th coming up. You're right. I forgot. What was I thinking? Orioles do take the lead. Here we go. Carroll County. Okay. Carroll County. Yeah, I know where Carroll County is too. Yeah, you're right, Antisocial. I don't know what I was thinking. You're right. They're going to have a runner at second with the lineup. So I apologize. You're absolutely right. Wow, we have 82 people in here right now. 64 likes. Welcome in, everybody. Orioles got a 2-1 lead. We're heading to the bottom of the 10th inning. But the heart of the lineup for the Houston Oilers. I was about to say the Houston Oilers. Astros have the heart of their lineup coming up. So it's going to take a minute. Hey, Scar, welcome in. 5672. Fear the turtle. Amen. Go Terps. Matthew, that's a good question. I don't know who they're going to bring out for the bottom of the 10th. Here's what I will say. There's a possibility, probably not a probability, but there's a possibility that Tyler Wells comes out for a second inning. Unless they think they're going to bring in Grant Wolfram to close the game. Because they could bring in Grant Wolfram. I think I don't know what they're going to do. Yeah, I almost said I said the Houston Oilers. I meant the Astros. Not many of you even know who the Houston Oilers probably are. They're the Tennessee Titans is who they are. So the Orioles have 3 hits in the game, but they have the lead. And ultimately, that's all that matters. Can the Orioles put the game away? We're going to find out right now. Andrew Kittredge is in the game. Oh, my. Kittredge is I think he's the right call. He's closed in the past. He's a high leverage guy in these types of situations. He just worries me from time to time. But we'll see if he can put this game away and give the Orioles their 6th win. He got a shot. But Houston's going to have a chance just like the Orioles do. They got a runner at second, nobody out. Back to the top of the lineup for Nick Allen. Here's the first pitch to him. He's squaring the bunt. And he lays it down. And it's a good bunt. And it's going to be a base hit. Wow, what a bunt. It was in between the pitcher and the third baseman. Nick Allen laid down a perfect bunt. And it's an infield single. And just like that, first and third, nobody out. And here comes Yordan Alvarez. I'll be honest with you. If I'm the Orioles here, I walk him. I know you're going to put the winning run at second base, but are you going to pitch to Alvarez here? Well, I don't know. Maybe you don't walk him. I guess you have to pitch to him. Because you still got the double play in order, and even if you give up the run, if you get the double play, yes, you give up the run, but it's only tied again. Here we go. First pitch. Swinging a foul. 0-1. One count on Yordan Alvarez. Here's the pitch. Here's a line drive. Foul down the left field line, down the right field. No, it's a fair ball. It's in the corner, but it goes into the stands. My feed is I'm sorry, gang. My feed is oh my God. I'm sorry. My feed is delaying it. But it is a fair ball down the right field line for Yordan Alvarez. It scores the run. We're now tied 2-2. And now there's second and third. Nobody out for Houston. Yeah, the game's going to go under 6.5 because Houston's going to score right now 3-2 and the game's going to be over. All right, here's Paredes. Kittredge doesn't have anybody out yet. First pitch to him is a ground ball. Third base. Gunner's got it. He's got to throw all the way to first. It's not going to be in time. Gunner throws it off the bag. Alonso's got to go get it, but he can't tag the bag. Gunner with a bad throw off the bag. And now it's bases loaded, nobody out. It was a high chopper over the third baseman's head. Gunner got there, threw to first, but it was a bad throw, pulling Alonso off the bag, and Alonso couldn't get back. So now there's bases loaded, nobody out. The Orioles got to play the infield in. Altuve is coming to the plate. The play's got to be at the plate. All Altuve's got to do is get a ball in the air, and the game's over. Jordan Ruda, welcome in. I don't think they need a sack bunt. It's bases loaded, nobody out. Just get the ball in the air. $67 likes still, gang. 84 of you in here. Thanks for being here. Would love for you to hit the like before you head out. Please give us a like. We'd like to get to 70. So I'm not really sure what the Orioles are doing here. All right, so the Orioles are going to bring Leody Taveras in from the outfield. So the Orioles are basically going to play two outfielders right now. Tony Claremont, welcome in. So they're going to have 5 infielders. They're going to bring Leody Taveras into the infield. Okay? They're going to bring 5 infielders, and they're only going to have 2 outfielders. So Taveras is coming in, and they're going to try to get Altuve to hit a ground ball at somebody. Yeah, Matthew, I had said earlier the Orioles weren't going to win this game 1-0, and they blew it. Again, execution is key. All you got to do if you're Jose Altuve is get the ball in the air. But if you're Kittredge, you got to keep the ball low in the zone. First pitch, here it comes. There's a called strike, 0-1 right there on a sinker. If you're Andrew Kittredge at this point, you have to keep the ball low in the zone. Induce a ground ball. There's 5 infielders. You got to induce a ground ball right now. His pitch has got to be low. 0-1 pitch. There's a ground ball, but it's foul down the third base line. So quickly 0-2 on Altuve. And if you're Houston, you don't want Altuve to strike out. It doesn't help you. Just hit the ball, no matter what. So anything could happen if he hits the ball. It might be an error. It might get through. It might be a bad throw. It could be anything. But he's down 0-2. Here's the pitch. Pop up. Center field and shallow. He's going to get there. They're going to have a play at the plate. Here's the throw. And he is out at the plate. The throw by Tyler O'Neill and the tag was in time. And Samuel Basallo made the tag and they got him at the plate. Double play and the Orioles are still alive. Holy cow. That's not a stupid decision, Gerald. They played the infield in, but they got the break. And Tyler O'Neill throws a good... Wow, they got him at the plate. Tyler O'Neill threw a really strong throw. Basallo had to come up the line, but he made the tag. And there's 2 down. He tagged him at the top of his head. But here's Kittredge. The inning is still not over, folks. It's still second and third. Everybody else moved up. Wade is at the plate. And there's a called strike. 0-1. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. He squares the bunt. He lays it down. Kittredge has got to make the throw to first. It's in time. He gets him. He squared the bunt. They tried to get him, but he didn't. Nice play by Kittredge, and the Orioles get out of it. Holy cow. How about that? We're heading to the top of the 11th inning, and we are still tied. Unbelievable play by Tyler O'Neill and Sam Basallo, and a great play by Kittredge to not panic on the bunt. He got a bunt right back to him. He had to come off the mound to get it. He barehanded it. He could have messed it up, but he didn't. He got it and threw a strike to first base, and they're still alive. Oh, my goodness. Unbelievable. Wow. Unbelievable. We're going to go to the 11th. Who would have... Well played, exactly, Jordan. I agree. Say what you want about the Orioles. In that inning, they executed perfectly. Great catch by Tyler O'Neill. Great tag by Samuel Basallo. Great fielding by Kittredge to throw a strike to first base. And there we are. Well, they just made 2 really good plays right there, Antisocial. Jason, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. You got to give credit where it's due. I'm on the Orioles all the time, but that inning, they executed. The defense really showed in that 10th inning. Good for them. Wow. Now the offense, who's got all of 3 hits in 10 innings, needs to show up right here and put this game out of reach. Let's go. We got 94 people in here with 70 likes, gang. Keep hitting that like button. Let's see if we can continue to get those likes. Thanks, everybody. Unbelievable game so far. Just unbelievable. How they got out of that that's mind-blowing to me. Taylor Ward, Pete Alonso, Samuel Basallo coming to the plate for the Orioles. 3, 4, and 5 hitters. With a man on second. Gunner's on second because he made the last out last inning. Taylor Ward, first pitch to him. Here it comes. Outside and low, ball 1. 1-0. Angel de los Santos is in the game. He's got a 4.23 ERA. First pitch, or second 1-0 pitch. In the dirt, ball 2, 2-0. Taylor Ward, Pete Alonso, Sam Basayo, 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up. Ward is 0 for 4 in the game. Gunner's at second. I don't know, Rakesh. We're going to find out. It's under 6.5 right now. 2-0 pitch to Taylor Ward. Here it comes. Outside, ball 3. Three and 0. I don't think Taylor Ward's swinging here. 3-0 pitch. Here it is. There's a called strike. 3-1. Yeah, I didn't think so. He tried 3-0 earlier in the game and popped it up. Now, you're going to take a pitch, make the kid throw a strike. Wow, we got 95 people watching. Welcome in, everybody. 2-2 game, top of the 11th inning. It's been a crazy one. 3-1 pitch. Here it comes. There's a slider for a strike. 3-2 now on Taylor Ward. Sometimes I think Taylor Ward's looking for a walk. Full count on Taylor Ward. We got a runner at second. Nobody out. Orioles trying to get that lead back. They got to get this runner over with this first guy. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a foul back. We're going to do it again. Wow, we got 104 people in here watching. 72 likes, gang. Thanks, everybody. This is the Birdland Network. My name is Walt. I'm a big Orioles fan. We do Hall of Fame profiles. We do other videos, and of course, we do live stream of Orioles games. I hope you subscribe and come back for more. And please give us a like. It definitely helps. 3-2 pitch to Taylor Ward. Here it is. Ball 4 in the dirt. So Taylor Ward walks. The Orioles now got first and second. Nobody out. And Pete Alonso is stepping to the plate. Alonso is 0 for 2 in this game. He's got 2 walks. The thing about Pete Alonso is this. Here comes the hitting coach for the Astros. So if I'm Pete Alonso right here, slow the heart rate, slow things down, take a deep breath. We don't need a home run right here. Obviously, if he hits one, it would be great. But what we need is we got to keep the carousel moving. Keep the at-bat alive. Get on base. Just don't get out. Or if you do get out, make sure it's a productive out. Move the runners over, something. But, this is, Alonso's 21 home runs, 66 RBIs on the season. The Orioles want to, this is what they paid to get him for. These situations. And, they're probably going to give him a big dose of sliders away. That would be my guess. I don't think they're going to give him too much on fastballs. I'm assuming he's going to get a big dose of sliders away. Let's see. First pitch, here it comes. Swing and a miss on a fastball, 0-1. I was wrong. He challenged him with a fastball right down the middle, and Alonso could not catch up. So he's quickly behind in the count, 0-1. 0-1 pitch, here it comes. Here's a called strike 2, just like that. Pete Alonso's down in the count, 0-2. 2 fastballs. I thought he was going to get a heavy dose of sliders, and he's done nothing but throwing fastballs so far. This just doesn't feel good, guys. I hate to say it. Alonso he's actually had some bad at-bats where he's chased some pitches. I bet he throws a slider now. 0-2 pitch, here it comes. Called strike 3, right down the middle. What? Pardon my language for a minute. What the hell was that? Pete Alonso looked at 3 fastballs on the inner part of the plate and he didn't swing at any of them. Here's Basayo, 1 down, still first and second. Here we go. Swing and a miss on a slider, 0-1. That's terrible at bats. That's horrible. Hey, Michael Jefferson, welcome in. That's just, Pete Alonso should be ashamed of himself. That's terrible. You saw 3 pitches and you looked at all 3. He didn't, that's just bad. That's bad. That's horrible. Put the ball in play. At least put the ball. That's the 14th strikeout for the Orioles in this game. Here's a ball in the dirt, 1-1. Matthew. I don't know if they do or not, but I don't know. Welcome in, everybody. 77 likes with 116 in here. Please hit that like button if you could. And hope you subscribe and come back for more baseball. 1-1 pitch on the way. Here it is. Change up for a strike. 1-2. This is just bad baseball for the offensively. The Orioles should be shot. This is horrible hitting for this team. This entire game. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Strike 3. Yet another strikeout for the Orioles. That's horrible baseball. That's bad. That's just horrible baseball. 2 guys come up with first and second, nobody out, and neither one of them put a ball in play. Now it's up to Tyler O'Neill. First pitch to him. Here it comes. Swinging a foul off to the right side. So quickly 0-1 on Tyler O'Neill. 15 strikeouts in the game for the Orioles. 15 Ks. That's unforgivable. 0-1 pitch. Let's see if Tyler O'Neill can pick him up. That's a slider low for a ball. 1-1. TJ Bradley, yes, it's going to stay under 9 runs. I can promise you that. Absolutely it will. 1-1 pitch. That's high for a fastball. Ball 2. 2-1. Orioles have got to score a run here. They cannot go into the bottom of the 11th and it still be tied because I think Houston's going to score. 2-1 pitch. Here it comes. There's a slider just on the corner for a called strike. So a 2-2 count on Tyler O'Neill. The Orioles had first and second, nobody out, and they can't even move the runner over to this point. It's going to be up to Tyler O'Neill. Let's see if he can get the big hit. Here's the pitch. Out of play. Pop up out of play. We're going to do it again. And right now, if you're Tyler O'Neill, Peter J. Martinez, welcome in. If you're Tyler O'Neill right here, you're just looking for a good swing, put a ball in play, try to get a base hit. We don't need a 3-run homer. Would it be nice? Of course it would be nice. Just put a ball in play, please. 2-2 pitch, inside and high, ball 3. Three-two count on Tyler O'Neill. The runners are going to be going. So a ball in the gap. If he happens to get one in the gap for extra bases, it's going to score the guy on first. Taylor Ward will score because the runners are going to be going on the pitch. 3-2. Here it comes. There's a ground ball dribbler to the second baseman. Altuve's got to hurry. He's safe. He does not get him at first base, and Gunnar Henderson scores! Gunnar turned around third base. Tyler O'Neill beat it out. It was a dribbler to the second baseman. Altuve got there, but Tyler O'Neill hustling out of the box. They threw it to first. They weren't able to get him. Gunnar Henderson rounded third and just kept going and scores the run. Great job by Tyler O'Neill to really leg that out. That's good hustle by him. And the Orioles take the 3-2 lead. Holy cow. Unbelievable. Now, Altuve, to his credit, to his defense, he was shaded up the middle, and Tyler O'Neill kind of hit it into the right field side of second base, and it was smart by Gunnar to just keep going, and he did, and he got the run. Nick in Virginia, what's up, man? Welcome in. He put it in play. That's exactly right, Nick. See what happens when you put it in play? Holy cow. That's exactly right. Unbelievable. Here's Leody Taveras. First pitch to him. Here it comes. It's a swing. Yeah, I did it wrong, didn't I? Thank you. 0-1 on Leody Taveras. Thank you. Thanks, Victor. My bad. Cody, yes. 3-2 O's. I'm sorry. I put it in the wrong area. Cody, is it Cody DeCanto? Welcome in. Guys, still 79 likes. 111 of you here. Please hit that like button. All right, looks like the pitch comm is not working for Houston, so they got to get a new one. Yeah, Akaya, I would agree. I really want an extra run right here if we can get it. Well, there's 2 outs now for the Orioles. Raider Grimender, welcome in. No, they are not a lock. Absolutely not. They're going to need to add on runs right here. Thank you. I appreciate it. Go O's. Hope you're having a good day. Cody, yeah, we're having a good day. Welcome in, man. Good to have you here. All right, Taveras has got a 0-1 count on him. No, he can't hear him. He's not hearing the pitch comm. I don't know if it's his pitch comm, but they're not hearing the pitch comm. Yeah, that would be great to get to 100 likes, gang. We're at 82. This is the biggest crowd we've ever had in here for a ball game. So thank you all very much for being here. It means a lot. Oh, he picked up like 17 subscribers today, too. We're 1 away from 1360. If you haven't already subscribed, I hope you subscribe and come back for more. We're going to be calling another game very soon. Orioles have one more against Houston, then they head to Boston. We're going to be calling the Boston game. So look for the thumbnail there. Well, Raider, here's what I'll say for what it's worth. Houston for the longest time was a perennial contender for years and years and years. And it's hard to do that for forever. It really is. At some point, everybody has their peaks and valleys. And Houston, they're still in the playoff race. Extra innings, all the illegal streaming service went down. I don't even know what an illegal streaming service is. That's why we just do this. I'm not chancing it. We're having fun. I'm calling the game with you guys. It's just like as if you were listening on the radio. Oh, thank you, Matthew. I appreciate that. Orioles got Sanders warming in the bullpen. Well, thank you, TNG. I appreciate you subscribing. That means a lot. Orioles got to find it's no 1 count. They're trying to get the pitch comm. De Los Santos is going to keep warm, so he's going to throw some pitches while they try to get the pitch comm going. It looks like they're finally ready. All right, Taveras is back in the box. It looks like they finally got the pitch comm ready. De Los Santos is at the belt. Here we go. Here's the pitch. There's a line drive. Base hit into center field by Leody Taveras. That's going to score Taylor Ward. And the other runner's going to go to third. Both runners score for the Orioles. It's now 4-2 Orioles. First and third. I'm sorry. 1 runner scored. 4-2 Birds. Taveras with a hit into center field. Orioles get the extra run. It's now 4-2 Birds. First and third. 2 outs. And the other runner goes to third. Tyler O'Neill goes to third. It's first and third. 4-2 Birds. Big hit by Leota Tavares. Here's Encarnacion. First pitch. High. Ball 1. Whew. Man, that's a big, big hit. Leota Tavares. Nice level swing. Just served it in the center field for a base hit. Would love to get another one. Here's the pitch. Pop up. Encarnacion in the infield. They're all merging on it. First baseman's under it. He's got it. That's the inning. But the Orioles get 2 runs. They put a couple on the board, and we're going to head to the bottom of the 11th inning. Orioles got the lead, 4-2. Hey, man, can I get a shout-out to my wife, Laura? Yes. Hi, Laura. Welcome in. Hi, Rylock. Welcome in. Got to go. Been awesome with the energy. Got a sub. Thank you, Shermer. Shermhart. Thank you, man. Good to see you. Take care. Have a good night. Yes, Rylock. Welcome in, and hi to your wife, Laura. Hope she's doing well. Appreciate all of you being here. Got 115 watching with 88 likes. We're 12 away. Wow, I've never had 100 likes on a live stream. Can we get it? Can we get 100 from you guys right here? That would be amazing. That would be absolutely fantastic. Can we get 100 likes? Wow. And I don't know. I know we got 100 and something people in here. I don't know if any of you are Disney fans, but we have a second channel on YouTube. It's our Disney channel. It's called Mouse Talk. If you guys like live streams from the parks, we go live to the parks. We have almost 30,000 subscribers over there. Mods, if you could share out our Mouse Talk channel as well. If you're not a Disney fan, totally get it. No big deal. Just another way. We have a really great community over there. Really nice, just like this. And you're all more than welcome to come join us. Shout out to my son, Liam. Hi, Liam. Peter wants a shout out to his son. Yeah, Sanders pitched yesterday, had a bases loaded 1-out situation, and, got out of it. You're hoping that he can do it today. But I got to be honest with you, Tyler O'Neill with the catch and throw really, really was huge. And the tag by Basayo was huge too. Four to 2 Orioles. You got to hope. You got to get the... All right, so here is Cam Sanders. He's in the game. You got to get the first guy. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike. 0-1 on Yanier Diaz. Remember, there's a runner at second. Not worried so much about him. You're up 2. What you want to do is just get outs. 0-1 pitch. Here it comes. That is a slider. Outside and low. Ball 1. 1-1. Yeah, I would love for you guys to come out and join us tomorrow. Red Roses. We went back up. Yes, we did. Yeah, we scored 2 in the top of the 11th. 1-1 pitch. There's a line drive. Center field. Left center field. That's going to get caught by the center fielder, Tavares. Nice catch. It looked like it was in the gap. I thought it was going to get down, but he made the catch, and the runner did not move up. Wow. Diaz hit that really hard, but Tavares was able to get there and make the catch. Welcome home, Zadras. Welcome in. Good to have you here. So 1 down, and the runner did not move up. Here comes Cam Smith against Cam Sanders. First pitch. Here's a ground ball to third baseman. In the hole. Long throw to first in time. He got him. And that's 2 down, and he still didn't move the runner up. That ball was way in the back of third base by Encarnacion. He grabbed it. Long throw to first, but a strike. And just like that, we now have 2 down here in the ninth. Bottom of the 11th. Well, Raider, it's not over yet. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike to DeZenzo. 0-1. 92 likes. We almost made 100. Thanks, gang. Appreciate you. DeZenzo's 2 for 4 in the game. He's got 2 singles and a run scored. He could keep this inning alive. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike. Quickly 0-2. 97 from Cam Sanders right there. But if I'm Cam Sanders, you do not have to throw a strike here. Don't give him anything to elevate. See if he'll chase. 0-2 pitch. Fly ball, foul down the right field line. Ooh, that was scary. I don't like that. That ball was up. He got a piece of it. He's elevating that. I don't like that at all. Keep the ball low in the zone. He's got an 0-2 count. You do not have to throw a strike here. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul back. We're going to do it again. So DeZenzo's still alive. I appreciate the likes, gang. 91 likes, whatever it is. I appreciate that very much. 94 likes. Wow. That's crazy for us. That's just crazy. 0-2 pitch. Here it comes. Called strike 3. He got him. Samuel Basallo drops it. He's got to throw it to first. Alonso steps on the bag, and that's the game. It was a called strike 3. Basallo dropped it, throws to first. Alonso steps on the bag, and that's the game. Wow, the Orioles got the win. Huge win for the Birds. That's 6 in a row for them. Tyler O'Neill with the great throw. Great tag by Basallo. Big hit by Leody Taveras. Orioles, great outing by Trevor Rogers. The bullpen did their job. What can you say, folks? It's just that's the type of baseball that you want to see from the Orioles. They got it done when they had to get it done. Big win. Wow, really big win. 6 in a row now for the Birds. Gunnar doesn't look happy. Maybe he comes back tomorrow. You know what? Forget it, Gunnar. It's over. Start over tomorrow. It's a big win for the O's. Again, 4 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for the Birds. 2 runs, 9 hits, no errors for Houston. Orioles get the win. Wow, what a win for the Birds. That's it, folks. Look, I appreciate all of you. Mods, great job tonight. Thank you so much. All the new subscribers coming in, thank you so much for coming in and being part of this. Thank you, Akaya. Have a good night. Eugene, welcome in. Thank you to all the new subscribers. I hope you come back and watch more baseball with me. We have a good time. Go watch some of our video stuff, too, if you get a chance, if you're big into baseball. I appreciate all of you. Those that are ninja watching that maybe didn't comment, no problem. I know you're there. I appreciate you all very much. Thanks, D. Barker. Appreciate you, buddy. Anyway, thanks again, gang. Appreciate you all being here. And until next time, take care of yourselves and each other, and we'll talk to you soon. Again, final score, Orioles get the win 4-2. Thanks, gang. Have a great night. Yes, it went under 6.5, so there you go. Have a great night, everyone.